Hey everyone, welcome to Angeldust Live. I'm Firefly Lucas, your host for the stream, and today we are playing Angeldust again. The action RPG for Windows, Mac, iPad, iPhone, Android tablets and phones, Linux, Raspberry Pi, and probably some operating systems that I forgot about. So, one thing to know, it's really hot here in the Netherlands. Like this room gets really hot, especially with the studio lighting. The door is closed. I might open up the door in a few seconds, but it looks better for the intro. It's really hot here. I started streaming a little bit earlier. I took all kinds of like precautions and like measures to make it a little bit cooler in here. Nothing works, it's just really hot today. I'll see how long I can stream for. Maybe I'll turn off the light and the camera so that you can at least still see the gameplay and you can hear me talking, and I'll try to respond to you as usual. But you might not see me because I might also take off my shirt. It's really hot, like words can't convey like how hot it is. And now you might look at the like the thermometer or whatever it's called in English. And you might say like, hey, it's only, 28 degrees Celsius outside. But here, boy, in this room, it gets hot. It gets hot, and I don't have air conditioning here yet, so it's not the best. It's not the best. Like in the winter time, it was not much of a problem because the studio lighting helped warm up the room and all. But I have nothing to cool it down, so like bear with me. I'm trying my best here, so I might look a bit sweaty from the roller boogie, but we're going to see what happens. Like, I'm already, I know I'm hot, but like I'm really hot at the moment. So let's just dive into the game and see where we end up. I do have some memes lined up, and I do want to do a lottery for the people who are interested in it. But other than that, like, let's see what happens, who shows up. It might just be a very short stream today. Like, and it's nothing personal, it's just that it's like too hot to be streaming under these conditions at the moment. It's like really not healthy or anything. But anyway, let me open up the door. Let me give it a quick push here. So we had the nice intro with the nice lighting. Now I will probably be blown out a little bit, so you'll have to bear with me. Oh, I can already feel the fresh air come in. So that's good. Like, seriously, I also have a tub, like I'm not sure what to call it. It's a small tub, a small round tub full of cold water, and my feet are in it to cool down. So yeah, it's for the people, it's for the players. Anyway, once you're in the game, use these buttons on the left side of the screen to select the hero you want to play as, and I want to play as cool as possible, so let's go with the fighter today. Like, it doesn't involve much thinking, so my head doesn't overheat. Enter your player name and password in these boxes, so I'm playing as Firefly, you might have been able to tell by the name below my face here. On the right side of the screen you find the game's social media, so it's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Discord. And that's it. So the Discord server comes highly recommended if you're looking for other cool players, or hot players like me, to play with. Join the Discord server, you will not regret it. Also, because the tub is at my feet, I can't move my chair, so I'm trying to move my chair, but it doesn't work. So, join the Discord server, it's the best way to get up to speed with the game and with the community, so you will not regret that. The website button takes you to the game's website where you can send private messages to your friends, you can rename your land claims, you can color your heroes, and you can also trade in your quest points, because every daily quest that you do becomes a quest point. You can trade those in for exclusive mounts and exclusive pets that you can either ride or tame, so that's pretty cool. This button at the center bottom of the screen sets the in-game language. We're going with English because it's an international stream, and let's play in the cartoon visual style as always. So I'm going to sign in, which is probably going to cause a bit of lag in the game. One fun story, yesterday in the afternoon I visited the Build Together town, BTT as we now call it, and it was pretty fun. There were lots of new buildings, it was great to see. Hey, Angelio is here, Loki is here. Let's go and sit on a chair, because we can. Boop. Thomas is actually sitting on my table, which is also a possibility these days. Oh yeah, I also have a picture and something that I wanted to visit in game, so let's say hello to everyone. So Mio says, hi Firefly, hi Soda. I hope the intro was pretty clear, like enjoy the stream while it lasts, but it's entirely cool. Until we run out of water, I think we're cool, we still have enough water. I also need to watch out that I don't spill water on the floor. But it's all good. Ja, Marijn, ik had het er net over. Het is veel te warm om te streamen. Het is super heet hier met de lamp hier. Ik heb de deur al open gezet. Daardoor is mijn hoofd een beetje lichter geworden. Omdat die deur... Dit is nogal een zwart gat achter me. De raam staat open. Ik heb een tijltje met koud water. Zodat we voeten kunnen afkoelen. Het is echt niet te doen. Dus geniet van de stream zolang het kan. Of zeg gewoon van hey, zie je volgende keer. So anyway, that was a bit of Dutch for my for homeboy Marine. Hello there, hello Angelio. So I'm making the most of it, but it's way too hot. It's way too hot. So let's say hello using the quick messages, and let's go. Stand up for your right to party. Get your horses, get your dragons, get your whatevers, your moas or whatever you're flying or riding, and let's go to the play together feature. We've got Cascanues with us, which sort of sounds like the French word for peanuts. Let's go to the west, this way. Follow me. But it's way too hot. You're absolutely right, Marine. Let me open up the chat windows, by the way, so I don't miss anything on Twitch. So my first option is to switch off the camera and to turn off the lights, and maybe take off my shirt, so it's at least a little bit cooler in here. But I'm not sure. We'll see where we end up. So far, I think most people, like a lot of players, are not here because it's way too hot in Europe in general. So someone asked, news GM? Not really. We have Loki with us, Soda, we have Angelio, Meliodas, Cascanues, Thomas. So it's a small group of adventurers, but hey, we're here and we're playing. Oh, Meliodas has left. Lambas joining us, Lambas. I'll try to pronounce the B like a B. Amir is here, which rhymes, so always a good time. Do we want a pheasant? I can swing my sword for a bit, there we go. We've got Amir and we've got Amin. They sort of look like the same player name. Rainy T joining us. Also, I started the stream a little bit earlier because the sooner we're done with it, the better. And Marine says, I've been playing guitar for 6 hours straight in this weather. It's bonkers. It's bonkers. Didn't know you play guitar, so do you play electric? Or do I know that you play guitar? Tell me about it. Do you play electric guitar, acoustic, bass? Take him out. And 6 hours. Oh, are you electric? A Fender? Okay. Stratocaster, Telecaster, Jaguar. Hey, hi, hey Alexi. I hope it's a bit cooler in your country. I'm trying my best not to move and just to sit still, enjoy the experience. It's about 30 degrees or Celsius, or even hotter in here. I found an acoustic guitar on the street. Oh, those are the best ones. The guitars that you find on the streets, those are the best ones. Also, again, I need to check that the water doesn't get on the floor. So far we're doing good. So I've been streaming for 8 minutes and already it's pretty hot. That's hot. Marine might have closed the stream to actually join the game. It's hot. it's ridiculously hot. We've got what? Oh, Batista. Ivana Gamer is here. Everyone playing the builder class because everyone knows that the builder class is the best class. Stream on one screen, Angeldust on the second screen. There you go. You're doing it. You're gaming. I was supposed to be gone this weekend, but plans change, I guess. Hello, OB. OB, is there also a heat wave in your country? Because for the past 10 minutes or so, I've been trying to combat the heat. There's this lamp in front of my face, and like it's way too hot in here. That's why the door is already open. I have this tub of water that I dip my feet in. Like if I wasn't streaming, I would just like I said, take off my shirt and not have this tub of water. But it's just too hot. On Monday it will be 35 to 35 degrees Celsius. Okay, that's pretty hot. That's hot. 45 would be insane, but 35 is just very hot, very hot. I think that's sort of the temperature that like this room has, like the inside temperature. Because I'm like on the first floor, so heat sort of tends to move upwards or go up. So that's why these top rooms, they are a little bit hotter than the bottom room. Bottom room, like my bottom. No, but the first layer, base layer of the house is about 27 degrees. So still pretty hot, but it's better. For me, anything above 24 is hot. I agree fully. I was outside this afternoon for like an hour or so. I was in the sun outside watching a sports tournament. And it was way too hot. Like I'm not my best with these temperatures. Alexi posts ice cube. Yes, we could use an ice cube. You should have taken a cold shower before the stream. Yes, absolutely, Angelio. I just didn't have the time. Like I came home from being a spectator at the tournament. Came home, prepared my food, prepared my tub with water, and prepared everything for the stream. And now I'm just streaming, so I didn't have time to like jump into the shower. It is a good idea. Like yesterday, I took a cold shower, and I was cool for the entire evening. So that was a good idea. You should take a cold shower on stream, not gonna lie. Yeah, I should, probably, but I think it's against TOS on most streaming platforms here. Or is this... Is it for my OnlyFans? Is it for the OnlyFans channel? I know one player, like Angelio, always takes a shower during the stream, so hey, if they can do it, why would I not be able to do it? Hello, Lambas. Lambas. Only dust. Angel fans. Yeah, also to like not bother the neighbors too much, I sort of closed the window on the right side of me. Stage left. But that might have been a bad idea because that's the side that the wind is on, so when there's a bit of a breeze, things cool down a little bit. Angel fans. Lonely dust. Only fans. Hey, oh, Batista. So anyway, what's up? I'll sort of preempt this thing. You need an AC like in the old office, yeah. I actually thought about this today. I was like, okay, tonight I'm streaming, how am I going to do this? And I was thinking like, hey, should I just like go back to the old studio for today? But then I remembered that I sort of like cancelled the internet connection there, so I wouldn't be able to stream in full quality from there. But it would have made for a way better experience, I can tell you that. There is a song called Angeldust by a metal band. Okay. There you go. It's probably about this game and how you meet cool people there. Dust fans. Yeah, I understood what you said, Obi. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I think portable ACs, like those sort of floor units with the trunk, I'm going to call it a trunk, I think those are not like the best. I watched a video on those by some dude. I think you might know this channel, Technology Connections. Does it tell you anything? It's the dude with the dude with like the suit and the shirt. Quest? What quest? What's the quest? Oh, it's the Foxy Wolf. Yeah, let's get it. Where is it? Where did it go? I don't see it anymore. Okay, so Technology Connections, it's a sort of a technology connection channel on YouTube. And they had this, like this review or this episode on air conditioning units. And the split unit is much better. So a fixed unit outside and then having like the other unit inside. And that's actually the setup that the old office, the old studio had. Right here I have nothing. Oh, I leveled up. Check it out. I've become stronger. Like, even through the heat, I become stronger. That's how I roll, baby. I have that and it saves me from hating summer more than I already do. What is the thumbnail from? It's from a picture called Heatwave. I just looked up a stock image for this one. It's a bit lazy, admittedly, but hey, what can you do? Hey, the Neon. My food is ready, gotta go, bye bye. See you later, Marijn. Bon appetit, eet smakelijk. En geniet van de warmte. Enjoy the heat, bro. Like bad, is it not energy efficient or does it do a good job cooling the room? A bit of both. Like one goes hand in hand with the other, sort of. So you spend a lot of energy doing a subpar job at cooling the stuff. Yeah, thanks, Marine. Yeah, when it works, it's probably a pretty good unit, Obi. When it works, it's probably pretty good. But the problem is that you spend a lot of energy on it. So with the higher energy prices that we pay these days, and the unit just like slurping up, guzzling up a lot of energy, it might not be like the most efficient one. Hey Thomas, GG, level 84. And Wendy Simple says, sorry I'm late, don't worry about it, Wendy Simple. You're welcome anytime, any place, anywhere. Anywhere, anytime, anywhere. There's also some, is it the BTU? That's sort of like the standard measure for measuring these things, yeah. It's called BTUs or something, like the amount of volume or the volume of air that you replace with cold air. Oh, I leveled up because we finished the quest. I think that's the idea. Yeah, we finished the quest. That's why I leveled up. So they all have like a whatever number of BTUs, and sometimes there's a max on it. It's like whatever. I thought the thumbnail was a screenshot of Angeldust 4.0 progress with the sun bleeding bright. Sag. No, it's actually a picture that someone took in the desert. But Firefly, it looked really good. Yeah, it looked really good, but it wasn't. The portable ones force you to have your window half open. Yeah, that's also true. So, in one way it lets you get the warm air out, but it also attracts a bit of warm air from the outside. Russia be like umbrella, umbrella, umbrella? Yeah? Check me private message, Firefly. I did, Gorgus. I did. Don't worry about it. You'll see, you'll see. Let's do this. I did, thanks. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that horse is gone. Forget about the horse. I forgot about it. We're going to the west. Mr. West. Mr. West. Let's go. Angelio got a very sussy PM on his GM account today. Okay, so maybe it's best that we not talk about it, or can we talk about it without spoiling too much? Yeah, okay, so the first thing I wanted to know was the contents and not so much who sent it, because otherwise otherwise people are going to look them up and they say like, okay, oi, Maro, it's full of hrefs, okay. Maybe they really want to send you a link, but here's the thing, on private messages links are disabled to make sure that you do not accidentally click a link. Please pet. Okay, Maro, yeah, Maro, the lottery is coming up soon. Maro, Lotteria is coming soon. I have a secret for you, Crunchy says. What's the secret, Crunchy? That it is hot here in the Netherlands. So Zegus was asking like, how are you doing, Firefly? I'm doing well, but it's a bit hot in here. Other than that, I'm cool. They are promoting some base camps. What? What's a base camp? Is that when you climb the Himalaya, like climb a mountain, and then you have a base camp? It has a no refer tag, so no clue where they're sending it. Probably just for spamming purposes, like getting new customers. It does mean that they've played the game, because I don't think you can send private messages anymore if you don't have any coins. Everest base camp? I have no idea. So probably they're in the tourism business and they want to get your money. Get my money, buy my medicine, buy my medicine, buy my medicine. Get my money. Okay, so maybe they saw the Mount Athema wonder and they were wondering like if people wanted to visit some real life mountains. GG Loki. Loki, are you also in the club who's saving up levels for the live stream? Like Hum does. Cause it's cool. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know why you would try to advertise your mountain traveling business on Angeldust. And especially not if you have to play the game. Frog or toad? I'm going for frog. I'm going with frog. Frog's the best. Yeah, why would you send it to a GM? That's the insane part. Oh, I know why they're sending it to a GM, because they're actually friends, so they get a friend request by default. So it might have been like way too much trouble to find actual players to send it to. So that's why they're sending it to a GM, because they're already friends. They have a friend request from Angelio. Yeah, and maybe they don't do it on the forums because they might get banned for spam. So let me know if it gets too bad, Angelio, and then I'll ban the account maybe. Crunchy says, I found a job closer to home. Saves on gas money in real life. Yes. Mauro. You're still on a private chat. So people cannot see your message at the moment. How's the water doing? The water's doing fine. Like I have this wooden floor and there shouldn't be water on it. So it's a bit of an iffy situation because I have a entire bucket of water or like a tub of water standing on it. Well, they're gonna get banned either way if they're sending it to a GM. Yeah, but maybe they didn't know. I sent you a screenshot of the sus message. Okay. Thank you, Angelio. You are. Yeah, water bucket. I have this tub. It's like a tub of water because it's hot in here. It's got ice cold water in it, so I can actually cool my body. Hey, don't hate on me. If I hadn't brought the tub with water, I probably wouldn't have been streaming at the moment. I have my feet in that, yeah. Show us your tub. Does the thunder make you feel cooler? Slightly. Like, I know that heat and emotions are only mental, so you can block them out, but... Show us your feet. This sounds eerily specific. Crunchy says, I'll need to find a good spot to continue the mug repair in the new building. Yeah. This is like a yeehaw day, yeah. Yeehaw hot day. It's a hot tub, sort of. Anyway, let's keep on going. We're going to the west today. Don't worry about it. Yeah, this is really weird. So, before I put my feet into the tub with water, I made sure that like everything was in order. For instance, I can't close the door now, because I have to use my feet or my legs to sort of move towards the door, so I can't do that, because then everything gets wet. Like, I planned this far. I have no idea like what I do after the stream when I'm done streaming, like where I put the tub or how I dry my feet. I have a towel with me, so that's a good idea, but that's a good thing. Yeah, I'm stuck with you, basically, and you're stuck with me here, so... I do have a towel nearby, yeah, definitely, defo. My void door, I live in there. Same here, buddy. If you go through the void door, you enter my house in another dimension. You could always just call the woman over to get a towel, that's true. Absolutely right. Hey, bring me another bucket, another tub. Get in here. If only things were that simple. I'll tell you what, if I get too hot, I'll put my face in the bucket. Yeah, and again, it's not a bucket, it's not a bucket, it's like a tub, it's... Maybe let's not go there. Also, I'm glad everyone for showing up, and Obi, I'm glad to have you back in the chat. I thought that you wouldn't be here this week, because you said that you wouldn't be here this week, but I'm glad you are. And all of you other people on the chat, it's good to see you, it's good to be back. And I don't regret streaming, even if it costs me like major physical discomfort, mildly. I think you deserve the best of the best, which is a new live stream. Bob for apple size. What? Yeah, you could bob for apples in this tub, but... Yeah, I'm here because people don't keep their promises. I was supposed to be gone. There you go. Oh, I thought this was a joke, like you weren't keeping your promises because you promised to not be here. Bonus done. See you guys. Hey, GM and Gilio, it doesn't work like that. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. They just sign out. This is awfully rude. This is awfully rude. And it's a GM of all people. They just leave. Yeah, 9 out of 10 would leave again. I was meant to be home right now, but they sus. I wasn't meant to be home right now, but they're sus. Yeah. What, did the girl cancel on you? Did she go see the movie with her father, Obi? And Julie says, I'm still here. Yeah, but you're not GMing in the game. Like, all of the new players will get lost. How will they make friends in the play together mode? They won't. Who will we send spam to now? I was just messing around with you. I was just messing with you. I trolled you. I was just acting retarded. So anyway, I have a very interactive segment coming on later on in the stream. You will see. It will be very interactive. Oh, we can actually do polls on YouTube these days, so maybe I'll put on a poll on YouTube. Interactive feed show. No, this sounds like too much work. What is up with those requests? Why do you want to see my feet? They're perfectly fine feet. Thank you very much. I send a friend request to all who aren't friends yet, plus soda is here. I'll slice some ingredients for cooking while watching. Sorry if I don't chat much. Don't worry about it, Crunchy. I don't chat much either. Interactive feed show? No, no, no. Tutorial, we pull on which toe you lift up first. Okay? Okay? Let's do some hunting. I'm not ready for that kind of step in our relationship just yet. Maybe later. Maybe at a later date. Oh, also for you people chatting on Steam, sorry that I didn't see you there. I'm opening up the thing now. I think. Hello? Am I actually streaming? Does the stream show up for anyone on Steam? Like if you open up, like it's not showing for me. I wasn't even supposed to be here today. So if you're chatting on Steam, if you're seeing this, sorry, I can't see the chats, I can't see anything. Maybe in 2023, yes. Like give me some time to get used to these things. Why are so many people riding on the pink pony? I think because people like it. Like it's a pretty cool mount overall. Hello, Jeremy Darkling. How are you doing? He's another quest creature, so get it. Let's do some hunting. Oh yeah, the story that I never started. Yesterday I visited the Build Together town. I'm going to call it BTT for short here. And it was pretty fun. A lot of people had built new buildings. Loki the Whitful actually built some sort of like mountaintop home, which looked pretty good. And there were all kinds of buildings. New buildings, old buildings, like some cool stuff. A pool, a lake house, not a pool house, but a lake house. And all kinds of very nice buildings and constructions have been added there. So if you want to take a look, do so. It's really cool. I wish I was a pink pony. Why? I think you know. The BTT town is pretty cool, yeah. It's Streaming City Part 2, yeah, except this time it's sort of manageable and managed and someone is overlooking it. I think it's entirely super cool. Like my house is probably one of the worst constructions over there. Also someone changed the cat, so there's this cat that's made out of snow and it now has eyes. Like if you knew the previous version you would say like, hey, where are the eyes? And now you can clearly see the eyes. Yeah. What is worse than ants in your pants? Okay. Yeah, I said you were... Yeah. I thought... oh... like, yeah, okay, I forgot about it. But I thought that you were being sarcastic. Hum told me you thought that I was trolling. Yeah, but I actually did think you were trolling. Because, like, the week before, we had the major incident. Thank you, Crunchy. This is a very entertaining joke. Okay, cool, Obi. I agree with you, and I've posted about this many a time, and talked about this with many a time with them too, so I sort of agree. I think they're doing a great job. So the Meow, you're doing a great job being a GM. You're the best. Like taking initiatives and like doing all kinds of things with the new players, trying to talk to them, trying to signal problems, getting them the pet snacks even when I'm not streaming, making the build together town. Really good, really good. And I quote Obi on this, and Obi is a very famous, well-known, very like old-time player of the game, and Obi says, "You are what every GM should strive to be." I will not, like, you are the best. You're simply the best. Thank you, I enjoy it. There you go. Or should I say, thank you, I enjoy it. Let me know which one sounded better. But anyway. Crunchy is very happy today. Well, you're not alone, pal. I'm happy for you. Like, a new job is always a good thing. Saving on gas is a good thing. And like, being happy, that's probably the best thing, the best feeling in life. Felix is now level 33, so Felix is probably also feeling pretty good. Felixing pretty good. Like, I have no idea how this water works. Like, if I move my feet, I can feel that the water is cold, but if I don't move my feet, I get the impression that the water is just like foot temperature. Obi says, I was supposed to have my last final this week, but I pulled a gamer move. As in, you speedran your exams, and you finished a week early? Maybe just move your feet. Everybody, move your feet, everybody. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Junior, senior, move your feet. Let's go. So what did you do? Did you speedrun your degree? Are you 2 years ahead now? Like 5 year any percent? You done messed up. You done goofed now. What did you do? Did you do like what I did? Like, you forfeited the final? What does that even mean? Do you bring a white flag with you and say like, I give up, and I'm doing it again next Monday, okay? Like forfeiting again or doing the exam again? Because 3 strikes and you're out. That's the same as with sports ball. Programming in C, 3 tasks, okay. Oh, this is the one where you talked about saying like it's really hard to write C on paper. I fed up one line. Fed up. I looked for it for 30 minutes. Oh, yeah, you okay, I understand what you... It wasn't on paper. Okay, so you messed up one line and you looked for it for 30 minutes, and then what? Then what happened? Tell us a story! So Firefly, can I become a GM again if I want to? Alexi asks on Twitch, so I hadn't seen you come on Twitch, so sorry if I missed your message a bit earlier.
Oh, this is the fat loot everyone was telling me about.
Maybe? Right now we have 4, and as I posted on the forums, I'm pretty happy with the current roster. So we have Hum, we have Angelio, we have Fadi, and we have Soda Meow, and I think we have a very strong roster with those. I think like, I'm not going to like don't take this the wrong way. Just as with the Wonders, I have no clue what to look for, but I think Soda Meow is doing a really great job at GMing, and a very strong like person to like welcome new players to the game, take initiative in fun activities, and like radiating energy. So I'm not sure if we like need more. Like currently we already have 4 GMs, and I think that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, so Obi continues the story. So they had a programming in C exam, 3 tasks, and they messed up one line, looked for it for 30 minutes. So I only managed to do 2 out of 3 tasks, and I said, well, no way I'm doing this, no way I'm getting a 7 out of 10. So I didn't turn in anything, I got a 0 score. So I go on the next final for this course and try again. What Firefly wants to say, I don't think new GMs would add anything. Yeah, well, they would. They would add a GM. Yeah, well, by the way, is of course in Dutch. They would add a GM to the roster. Angeldust is written in C++ or just C or C# or another. Angeldust is written in mostly C++. There are parts that are in C. There are parts that are in Objective-C. There are parts that are in PHP. So not only the website, but also some parts like of the game sort of are programmed in PHP. There's Java for Android. I don't think we've got C#. Yeah, C# is not something that we have. So it's mostly C++, C, Objective-C, Java, PHP. That's how we roll. That's how we do it.
Soon I will become sword saint.
Neorissa says bye, thank you for playing. Thank you for playing, Neorissa. Neorissa, yesterday you asked me to sing a specific song. Does anyone remember? Soda, do you remember? Neorissa said, like, can you sing this and that song? And it's also getting really hot now here. I did V++, like it's a pointer table. Okay, so here we go. Like, instead of doing V is V and then the reference to next for a linked list step through, I did V++ like it's a pointer table, because I started doing it in a different way. Okay? You said you will sing, yes, but which song? Which song was it? Neorissa said, can you sing this and this song? And I forgot which one it was. Okay, so instead of like doing like the pointer next, you don't know. You were trying to address like an enumerator basically, Obi, but when you increase a pointer you just add 1 to the memory address, so that's not what you want. Logo mais voce terra mais doador, Firefly. Yeah, I have a badge that is better than the donators. So when I changed the thing, I forgot that part, looked for it for 30 minutes, and the crazy thing about it is, it worked for like 90% of the linked list. What? Only one was wrong, so I was going insane. Yeah. Like, logically, there's no way that could have worked, but maybe we're overlooking something. Yeah, so no, but still, Obi, that would mean that your entire linked list would consist of nothing but pointers. But it's probably like a bigger struct, right? So you have like the next pointer address, but you also have the data associated with it, right? Bye, Thomas. See you later. Thanks for playing. I need to move my feet. My t-shirt is like getting wet. It was just a struct with an int and I pointed to the next. Okay. But then it doesn't make sense. Then it doesn't make sense that it would work. Sharpening a knife to slice up 3 large white onions into petals for grilling. I will slice you into 3 large white onions. It's insane. Legit 90% of the list were correct. Only one was wrong and I couldn't find a mistake. Yeah. In my opinion, it doesn't make sense that it would work. That's weird. Or were you... was your linked list consisting of pointers to pointers? Because if it's pointers to pointers, then it can work. And judging by the fact that you say V and then V dash larger than sign next, means that you are addressing it as a pointer. So if you have pointers to pointers, then it can work. Like then every new pointer could point to... Then you would have an array of pointers. It would make sense. You got an int table, so an int array, yeah, then it might work. Okay, here we go. We're going to get the entire task. This is going to be like the worst debugging experience ever. Trying to debug a C program via YouTube chat. But hey, we're up for a challenge. I can take this, I can do this. I don't know what an int table is, but I'm going to take or assume it's an array. And the struct with a pointer to an int of the table and a pointer to the next struct. Yes, okay. You do the cooking, Crunchy. I already did mine. How's everyone feeling so far? So a linked list with int pointers from the int array we will call T, okay. This is going to be It's not going to work, Obi, but let's try our best. Let's try our best.
This will be easy.
I think we have another quest creature over there. Space in the place. Hey, Space. Are you hot too? I tried all kinds of things to cool down here.
This is great. By your command. Let's do some
Thanks for healing, whoever it was.
on the hard stuff.
Okay, someone is close to quest completion. They're 9 out of 10. Obi, have you tried turning it off and on again?
This will be easy.
See, that's the problem with Man City, right? They always try to walk it in.
I'm gonna have to charge more for my services. Let's do some hunting.
You had to return an array of D length, which held pointers to starts of linked lists that contained every 2 to the power of I element in T. It grows from 0 to D.
Looks like you could use that.
Okay, I'm pretty sure this makes sense on paper, and if I were taking this exam I probably would be able to write the program, but doing this while playing Angeldust and reading a YouTube chat doesn't really improve situations, but... So like the first linked list would have indices 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay. This I can follow. Okay, I get it, don't worry. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I wasn't even supposed to be here today.
Goes up by powers 2, okay. I'm getting this so far. Getting sharp? Yeah, I'm also getting sharp. Oh, you're sharpening the knife, but I'm also getting sharp. Because I need to solve a math puzzle.
Bring on the hard stuff.
So that's what you had to return. So, not only does it, like I'm not going to diss the assignment or the exam here, but it doesn't really make sense, a lot of sense for real life code, because it would mean that your function would allocate like a new int array which might point to non-existent structures, and then the function that calls your function needs to clean up everything, unless you're like programming a missile and it would detonate on impact anyway. But it would make for very horrible memory management this way.
I hope there will be more challenging fights in the future.
It really doesn't make sense for real life stuff, but I guess it checks your skill.
Let's make a skill.
In a way, you do add a lot of like complexity to the program, especially using the pointer arithmetic and making like use of the new operator to get like new arrays and pointing to the words at memory. But I would sort of not suggest to write your code that way ever in the future. So I'm not sure if it's like a good idea to do it that way. But let's not question the task. Okay, yeah. Sure. So I did everything correct the first time, right? Yes. Other than that one line. Yeah. And I looked for it like 30 minutes.
Time for some talk.
Were you allowed... So one thing that you can do. Were you allowed to use like runtime sanitizers? Are you writing code on a computer for this task? Or is it... Did you have access to a compiler? So if you had GCC or if you had Clang, you might have been able to use like the address sanitizer to debug this. Like run with what's it called? fsanitize is address and fsanitize is address, comma undefined maybe. You did, okay. But did you run with the address? You had a test unit, okay, unit test, test unit. Sure, I get that, but did you have like the address sanitizer enabled? Because it might say like, hey, you're trying to do some funky math with this pointer, that's a pointer to a struct. Are you really sure you want to do a plus plus on a pointer to a struct? You never use extra stuff. Maybe this is a good moment to start doing so. Like Clang has got some very, and I think GCC these days as well, they've got some very impressive static analysis built into them. So if you have access to a sort of recent compiler or toolchain, you might be able to do a like static analysis run on your program, and it will probably catch problems like these. I don't think we were allowed. What? You're using a computer? What?
You're not going to like this.
Like, especially with pointers, I would say that static analysis would make a lot of sense. I don't know, dude. Don't do it me, bro.
Bring on the hard stuff.
Like, if you've got Clang or GCC, there's also no way to disable that. So if you've got access to the compiler, I think like most default distributions or compiler tool chains will come with the analysis built in. So there's no way for them to know. Like, maybe switch to another shell so that your history doesn't get saved. Anyway, so the test I had was for 4 linked lists. Like, it's Angeldust Live, but we also solve computer programs. And the output was giving me...
I'm the king of monster fighting.
I'm the king of pointer following. Let's keep on going. I think we lost Mauro.
Time for some
Thanks for playing, Gargus. T was of length 10. Okay, so that's not a power of 2. So 0 to 9 indices, right? Yes, I concur.
right in the sweet spot. I hope there will be more challenging fights in the future.
No time to waste, let's go.
Hey, Tuyul Bokap is joining us, which is a good sign, because I like it when they join us. The first link list was only 0, 1, then every other link list worked perfectly. Only the first one stopped for some reason at 1, okay? The other ones were normal. Aloha! Hello, Tushul. Let's say hi. Just don't move. If I don't move, the heat cannot get to me. Only the first one was wrong and I was going insane. I can imagine. One thing that you might want to do, and maybe this was not the case in your example programs or in the task itself, if you're ever following a pointer, like if you're ever like following a next or a plus plus or whatever, maybe it would make sense to always check for null. So maybe like the example programs do never contain null, and maybe you know that your input will never contain null, but you don't know what happens. Like if you're debugging, you might always want to check for null. So maybe when you do that and GCC detects that you're doing a plus plus on the pointer, I'm not sure, like static analysis might be able to find that bug. Then you saw V++. Stay still and they won't see you. Hey, Crunchy, if you stay still, I will not see you. Wait, 1 second. This Obi is like very enthusiastically trying to explain a computer programming exercise here. It's pretty hard to follow while also trying to play the game, and like the person is calling me. Okay, there you go. I hope they say like, okay, I see the error in my ways. Are you still available? Let's go have some fun. Then go have some fun. Anyway, if you're like me and you haven't discovered this material yet, you will see the ground glow in yellow like this. Use your shovel to pick up these materials. It will give you many points. Many coins. Many dollary dues. You want those. Dollars. Lottery time almost. 1 minute. 1 minute. So we might never see the conclusion to the programming exercise. Or we will. How's the water doing? Doing pretty well. Yeah, the snow is pretty red here. Also, the water is heating up a lot. So that means that I'm losing a lot of excess energy into the water. That's good, but on the other hand, it's not as efficient anymore. All of a sudden, the rain and the snow isn't red anymore. That's just how it goes, I guess. I also figured out that this game also has a cinematic mode where the camera follows the character, which is pretty fun. If you're doing a game replay, you can actually follow your character with that camera. Okay, shall we? Lottery time? Is is anyone here for the lottery?
This place doesn't look too friendly.
Let me broadcast here. Or pet snack. I'll be doing the lottery now on the live stream. So get on YouTube or Twitch to win pet snack. There you go. Let's broadcast this to the world. It's getting hot in here, so let's go to the desktop view, minimize the game for a bit. Let's see who shows up for the lottery. So, if you're here for the lottery, and I'm not sure if anyone is, but we'll see. Why is the stream not showing up on Steam? I have no idea. I think last week it worked. Last week it worked, I think. So for the lottery, you need to go to playangeldust.com. It's the game's website that you probably already know. And on the right side of the screen, you can sign into the website using your player name and password from the game. And today's code that you have to enter in the box above is 21757. So enter it in the box like this, submit your ticket, bada bing, bada boom, and you can do it. There you go. I pasted the code in YouTube and on Twitch, so you can easily copy paste it as well. So I think Angelio just asked, like, hey, what is this image from? Why is this image viewer dark mode all of a sudden? Why is the full screen button moved from the bottom right to the top? What? Like how? How even? Okay, so maybe I don't have to remove the camera here. But anyway, it's just a picture of a desert with the sun in there. So it's got nothing to do with Angeldust. It's just a bit of trolling there. It's actually not that much of a troll, it's just I wanted a picture. As you can see, I have some images lined up to discuss and to show you, which is pretty cool. And let's wait for the players to get their tickets in. I'm not sure if we're getting any tickets, but we can see what happens. Good luck, players. Yeah, good luck, Firefly. 0 participants. So far. Anyone? Even Obi is gone. We also don't have the Valesi crew in here. Oh, there's more water going out of the tub now. This is not a good thing. This is a bad thing. Because I don't want water on my floor. Let's race cars in real life. Sure. Head over to Europe, to the Netherlands, and we can race cars. You're probably going to win, but I will be more fuel efficient. Nick is back. Guess who's back? Back again. Nick is back. Tell a friend. Nick, I'm glad to see your name here. It was getting a bit lonely in here. Oh, I'll tell you what though. I'll tell you what. So, this afternoon I actually drove to this sports tournament by bike, because it was pretty nearby. And there was this pheasant. Like on the way to the tournament, like on one of the roads. There was a pheasant with a few like baby small pheasants. It was pretty cute. And Crunchy says, I'll give you a head start. That's nice of you. Not only do I have more fuel efficiency, I also have a head start. Hello, how are you, Firefly? I'm doing pretty good, Zegas. It's a bit hot in here, so I do have my feet in a tub of water, sort of, to cool down, and like the windows are open. I think we've had like the hottest moment of the day, so I think from here on out the temperature should lower a little bit, but it's still pretty hot. So if you say like, hey, you look a bit sweaty because of the roller boogie, that might be entirely true, but maybe I'm not too sweaty, I have no idea. Any other takers? We've got Nick is back and the Skyrim Falmer. I have a sneaking suspicion that I know who this is, but it's all cool. Everyone's a winner. I don't want more water outside of the bucket. I saw a pheasant in real life. Yeah, I was about to shoot it. I thought like, hey, that's 3 coins in the bag. But I thought, nah, forget it. Yo, homes to Bel Air. Firefly, whoever wins the lottery gets the pet snack. Yes. The winner of the lottery gets the pet snack. But I don't see many participants, so I think it's not... what temperature are you having? So I think we're about like 33 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit. So I'm not sure what kind of system you use. So it's 33 Celsius, I think, give or take here in the top rooms, which is about 91.4 Fahrenheit. And now you're going to say, oh, that's nothing. But hey, for the Netherlands, this is pretty warm, especially inside. Like I don't have an air conditioning unit here, so it is pretty hot. So I have this tub of cold water that I have here specifically for the stream to make sure that I can chill out. It's pretty hot without an air conditioner. Yeah, it is. Like downstairs, I have some window blinds. I also have window blinds here, by the way. But downstairs, it's a bit cooler. So heat sort of dissipates and goes up. So like all of the air that heats like below me probably rises up and makes it hotter in here as well. So I'd rather be like downstairs than upstairs at the moment, but that doesn't matter. I'm here, we're streaming, and we're doing it. 3 coins is not worth much, indeed. Alexi says, Skyrim. Yes, Skyrim. I took window tint off of a Ford Explorer 2 days ago. Alright. 33 degrees is something, not gonna lie. There we go. Yeah, so I think this is all. I think this is like all of the people in the lottery. So we're just going to draw 2 winners here. And I wonder who they're gonna be. So let's draw our first winner. Bada bing, bada boom. Skyrim Farmer won the lottery. Let's see. Take a look at their house. So all of the dudes look pretty default. The house does have a pink flag, which is pretty good to see. Heat goes up. That's why the sun is so hot. This reminds me of that joke about NASA. So there was this scientist that said like, hey, we've launched this rocket to the moon, right? And this story, hey, Dragon Lady Myth, welcome. It's a pretty hot evening. I've been telling all the people that it's very hot in the Netherlands, and especially like in upstairs in these rooms it gets pretty hot. I don't have air conditioning here, so it's a wonder that I'm streaming at all. But hey, it's for the people, it's for the players. So here we go. It reminded me of that joke. So heat goes up, that's why the sun is so hot. So this NASA scientist says like, hey, supposedly, and this is pretty like intensely debated, supposedly we went to the moon, right? So what if we supposedly go to the sun next? And then another scientist says like, you can't go to the sun, like you can't land on the sun, it's way too hot. And then the original scientist said, hey, but what if we go at nighttime? A perfect 33 degrees. 80 Fahrenheit is really hot for me. I think that's 26 Celsius. Okay, so it's a bit hotter in here. Skyrim Farmer won the lottery, and bada bing bada boom, there you go. Before you know it, Nick is back. Nick is back, has also won the lottery. This looks like a familiar person. Pretty cool house there, and you're the lottery winner. There you go. You do it. Dragon Lady Myth adds, I have installed a sunscreen a few days ago, and it's a lifesaver, keeping the sun off of the big window. It will be shining on all day normally. I can imagine. I just have like these window blinds behind, like curtains behind the windows, and it does keep it cooler downstairs, but it's still pretty hot. Great story, Firefly. Thank you. In my country, it's nighttime at the moment, attention says. May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please? Firefly is continuing the hunt. So let's go. Not sure if we get more people joining us here. They might have been gone. Hide in the fridge. Yeah, what I did yesterday was to take a cold shower, which was a very good idea, actually. The rest of the evening I was pretty cool. Like, I'm always cool, but I was super cool. Are we going? I'm not sure if people will be joining us, so let's just see, like in 15 minutes, if people show up. Otherwise, we'll move over to the memes, do some talking, and then it will be a bit of a shorter stream today. Honestly, I wouldn't mind, because it's super hot. Good, it wasn't like that. Try the next live. Dragon Lady, It's been a while, by the way. Are things looking good? Like aside from the sunscreen or the sun thing that you got,
Never saw it coming.
are things good in your place? I hope you say yes. Skyrim Falmer is actually joining us here. A cold shower and don't dry afterward to keep cold longer.
Let's see them.
Yes, I can imagine, but doesn't that... yeah, this is going to sound like very... like, where are your priorities? Doesn't that, like, dry out your skin so that it sort of ages or looks aged a bit quicker? Things are okay, just very busy. That's the best kind of okay. Doing your thing, doing your thing.
Knew we could do it.
That's good, good to hear. Crunchy adds, I'm chopping the onions. Perfect slices. Okay, it's not good to be busy in this kind of weather. That's entirely right. So, luckily,
My blade is ready.
like this afternoon we had a bit of clouds. It wasn't like very cloudy or anything, but we had just this tiny veil of clouds before in front of the sun. And it sort of took off the like very sharp edge that the sun can have with these temperatures. So it was a bit cooler than expected. And I think tomorrow they will have like a thunderstorm or like sort of thunder and lightning coming in. And hopefully things will cool off a little bit.
There's a great
And Crunchy, I know that feel. Chopping the onions. Making perfect rings. I have to monitor the water level here.
That was a good warm-up.
Because again, I don't want water on the floor, but you probably can't really prevent it. I do have this plastic, whatchamacallit, floor mat, to make sure that the office chair doesn't ruin or destroy the floor covering. Onions are one of my favorite kinds of vegetables to actually slice up. It's just so much fun. First you peel off like the outside layer, and then you just like bam, 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 and you get these nice rings. And then the rings themselves you can like chop up into smaller pieces. It's so good. Like next up on my list is probably sweet chilies. You get those in the 3 colors, or at least that's what you can get in the Netherlands, like a bag with a green one, a yellow one, and a red one. And they're pretty fun to slice up as well. So you just take out off of all of the seeds. You take out all the seeds and all of like the stuff where the seeds are attached to, and then you have this very nice vegetable or fruit that's left over, and you can just make these very nice thin strips, chop them into pieces. You're the go-to YouTuber in my mind. Thank you, Crunchy. I'm not much of a YouTuber, and I'm like not much of a like a showman at all, but I try my best, and I'm glad that people show up every week to play the game with me and to talk with me. That makes it fun. Dragon Lady Myth says, I started doing some fun activities out of the house again. Now things around COVID are a bit better. That's good, that's good. I think a lot of people are like really looking forward to going outside again, meeting new people, doing fun stuff outside now that it's possible. Before you know it, like I have no idea what's gonna happen, but before you know it, some restrictions might be back, even if they do not seem to make any sense. And Crunchy adds, I'll share anything I can to have fun with you. That's a very nice point of view in life. I'll share anything I have to make to have fun with you. Not to make fun of you, but to have fun with you. I think that's sort of like the embodiment of friendship, or like when you try your best to make the other people in your life have a fun time as well. Say paprika. There you go, paprika. That means sweet chili. Paprika. Ik vind paprika's wel cool. Je kan zo heel die zooi eruit snijden en dan heb je echt een perfecte vrucht of groente ding waar je zo mooie reepjes van kan maken en zo chop chop chop. Hey Space, jij weet als geen ander hoe goed mijn paprika's zijn in de chili con carne. Catchphrase. Yeah.
Really should get going.
It's maybe paprika will become my catchphrase.
Right now.
I usually combine them in a dish. Like if you have onions in a dish, it's very tempting to put in sweet chili as well, or paprikas.
Looks like you could use an extra blade.
How's the water doing? The sun is actually angled a bit differently now, so I can't really check up on the water level here. I just hope things are okay. If my floor is absolutely ruined, I will not do this again. I will not recommend it and I will not do it again. For now, I will condone this activity because it gives me cold feet. Ruan adds, and Ruan can know this, Paprika is also an anime movie. I need to watch it. I didn't know this. It's the same word in English, but the emphasis is different. What? It isn't. I'm pretty sure that the paprika in English is a sweet chili. Like, I can fall for the obvious trap here and try to pronounce it differently in 4 different ways. I'm not sure if that makes for good streaming content, but here you go. So you can say paprika, paprika, paprika. And what's the last one? Paprika! This more sounds like a Skyrim devil or dragon chant. When you're standing on a mountain and you want to kill the dragon, you just say paprika. It's how it works. It's like the Dragonborn have this catchphrase. It's a catch-all for the dragons. It works. Ask Alexi.
I knew we could do it.
So I think we lost Obi, like pretty deaf. Maybe there was this misunderstanding and they were at the wrong time at the wrong place. Maybe that's been cleared up now. So Obi, if you're listening to this later on, or if you're still listening to this while carrying your conversation, I hope you have a good weekend. LOL means laughing out loud. Yes. I have been sort of up to speed. Paprika, there you go. Paprika. We also have paprika chips, so that's like potato chips with paprika flavoring, sweet chili flavor. It's pretty good.
Crimson hearts burn within.
Everyone, see you later then. Like, I'm pulling like all of these tricks, a tub of water, and streaming when it's like 33 degrees and everyone's just leaving. Have fun, I will. See you later, see you next weekend. Or maybe earlier, I have no idea. We also have no sorceresses with us because the coins are not being magnetized. Check it out, there's just coins in the distance and nothing is happening with them. Skyrim dust, yes. Loki is happy. Yeah, Loki can steal all of the coins. Just go get him. Go get him, Tiger.
Time for some target practice.
These are a pet snake, sort of. It's pretty solid. And I'm gonna drink some water. Hey, there you go. Paprika. Yeah, that's how I pronounce it.
The fat loot everyone was telling me about. I wasn't even supposed to be here today. I'm gonna have to charge more for my service.
And I'm back. Welcome back, Obi. I was just talking to you, saying like, hey, have a nice weekend. If you finally, if things were cleared up and you're actually going to do the fun activity you were looking forward to. What did you have for dinner? Like, what did I have for dinner or other people? I had a friend for dinner. No. It's tomorrow. Ah. Was it a misunderstanding from the start, or has it been like moved? Okay, this is going to sound boring, but last week or 2 weeks ago, and now it's not fun. Oh. Bruh. This is going to sound a bit weird, but 2 weeks ago, I made a lot of chili con carne, so the ground beef with beans and tomatoes and the sweet chili and the onions, and in a wrap. But I made 2 portions, so that's for about like 6 dinners, sort of. I made a lot of that stuff because I wanted to make sure that it was absolutely perfect. And I tossed some of it in the freezer. I never toss my food in the freezer because I never like plan ahead in my life. But I tossed it in the freezer, so I like had to heat it up. I had to warm it up eventually. And I thought, hey, why not do it today? It will save a bit of time preparing for the stream. Firefly, what is your first video game? Angeldust, this is the first video game I ever released. Leftover, it's not a leftover, I intentionally cooked like a lot of dinner one evening. Like for 6 dinners, and 3 of them I sort of like ate those 3 days, and the other 3 went into the freezer. And now this weekend, Skyrim for farmers, yes. This weekend I just eat this stuff that was in the freezer, and it's pretty good. It sounds pretty, it tastes pretty fresh. Do you have a freezer or a freezer fridge?
I hope there'll be more.
I have a fridge and I have a freezer. Like both of, I have 2 separate appliances. I think it's called an appliance. I have 2 separate appliances, each with a single roll each. Obi adds, it's a thing I must do and I will fully hate it. I have separate units, indeed. Like my fridge, it's built into the kitchen door, so like to the kitchen sort of frame and the kitchen door, so that was like the fridge. But it doesn't have a freezing section to it. And I was like, yeah, it would be nice to have a freezer. So the previous occupants had a freezer, sort of like a tiny small fridge over in that shed. Maybe you still remember, I have this like tool shed over to the side, but that thing broke. So before I went into the house, I didn't have a freezer of sorts. So I bought a small sort of like freeze unit. It's not that large. I think it's like, what shall we say, 50 by 50 by 50 centimeters? Maybe a bit larger, like 70 or whatever. It's a sort of like a freezing cube, so to speak. And I just put it on one side of the kitchen, like a kitchen board table on the side. And it works pretty well. It's I don't need a big freezer because, like I said, I don't freeze a lot of stuff and I never prepare food in advance. But for storing ice cream and for storing like frozen potatoes and some leftover stuff, fish sticks, it's pretty good. Outside freezer, that's weird. Sounds wrong to have it outside. Well, on the other hand, outside is colder in the winter, so it would take less energy to freeze stuff. Otherwise, you're heating your house and then you're cooling it back down, which sounds weird. I can tell Obi is back. I'll be AFK. Yeah, you can tell Obi is back because Obi is back.
This place doesn't look too friendly.
Do you want to tell more about the activity, Obi? Or shall we leave it at this? Because, like, it's a personal matter, I can understand.
Fight in the future.
I also have, like, in my kitchen, I have a oven, which is integrated into the kitchen layout frame, like I said before. And I also have, like, this microwave, combi microwave. So it's also, it can also act as a, like, hot air oven. It can also microwave stuff, and there's, I think, a grill inside as well. Anonymous says hi, with the cat in the box. Welcome. Who stole my sweet roll? I did, but then I took an arrow to the knee, so... Because it reveals personal stuff. Okay, so... Best of luck with the activity, Obi. I hope it goes above your expectation, and that you enjoy it maybe a bit more than you'd expect.
This place doesn't look too friendly.
Hi Mouse, Crunchy says. And Space is Green adds... Tool shed? More like... Cool shed! But yes, when I found that V++, I went insane. Insane in the membrane. Pretty insane, you got no brain. Does anyone know, from the top of their head, who sang that song? It was Jason something featuring... Jason Nevin featuring someone. But who sang the song? Insane in the membrane. Pretty insane, you got no brain. Who was it? I for the life of me can't remember what the second name was. It is totally not important, it's not a bottleneck in my life. I honestly don't even care that much. But who was it? Jason Nevin featuring... Insane in the membrane. Pretty insane, you got no brain. Where is Hum when you need him? I don't think this is like Hum's forte either. Loki getting away with 23 coins there. Cypress Hill? I don't think so. Was it? Wasn't Cypress Hill like this famous thing? Isn't Cypress Hill a band? This sounds insane. In the membrane. Jason Nevin featuring Cypress Hill? It does flow with what I remember, but maybe it's just someone else. I'll tell you what, it was not Franz Bauer. Jason Evan featuring Franz Bauer. No, that's not what I remember. Jantje Smith, neither.
Looks like you could use an extra blade.
Jason Evan. Oh, whatever, so let's keep on moving in the world. We've killed a lot of creatures this stream. We should probably have a kill counter on the screen, like you can see how much of a genocide you're actually affecting in the world. What's the interactive part? End this hunt, I say. Soon. 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 Hello, all you beautiful people. Hello, all you beautiful peoples. Hello, Myrtle Lee. Hi, Chef, as they would say in South Park. I hope it's money room related. Haha. Indirectly it is. Indirectly it is. But directly it isn't.
See if you can dodge this.
See if you can dodge this. Oh, yeah, Morpheus. I am Morpheus. Do you think that's hair you're breathing? I looked it up. It's Sandstorm by Darude. Okay. I can live with this. Thank you for being my personal Shazam. I'll be honest with you. I always see the duh comment and I have no idea what the rhythm or the thing is. I haven't heard this song too many times. If I hear it, is it like a desert twister? Oh, how does it go? How does it go? I should remember this. I can never remember what the song is like, and I'm pretty good with songs, but I just never listened to this one. Like it's not. Come on and slam and take it to the jam. It goes like, yeah, I know what it goes like, but like I know what it looks like in text, but I don't know what it sounds like. Yeah, I know. It's a very accurate rendition. But hello, Myrtle Lee. How are you doing? Are you cooking? Are you chopping up onion rings just like Crunchy? Earlier in the stream we had this cooking segment where we talked about onion rings, sweet chilies, paprikas, if you will, and the joys of cooking. Hi, Crunchy baby. Ooh, get a room, you two. No, you're welcome. You're welcome to stay. I think you should basically know it from that now. I know. I made some chicken rice soup. Sounds good? I want some. Why is he a baby? It's figuratively. Like he's not a literal baby, but a figurative baby. Someone you care for, someone that you like. How is Baby formed? Shh, Baby is okay. Hello, Firefly. Hello, Informante. How are you doing? Okay, so it's just the two of us then, Devmira. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. I only talk in literals. Yeah, you are the C program. A Dolly Parton banana cake mix for dessert. Okay. That sounds pretty serious. I mean, if you're pulling out the Dolly Parton, then things are definitely on.
Getting paid to stand around? Sure, why not?
Is Dolly Parton a singer or an actress? Both? See, it's not that bad, Obi. There you go. See, it's not that bad. Guys, we have the second siren in an hour. What's the siren? It's a country singer. Okay. Dolly Parton. Is she known from songs like The only boy who could ever reach me, he was the son of a preacher man. C is much nicer to use than Java. Some people might agree, some people might not agree, I have no idea. Bye, Lambas. See you later, Lambas. Dolly Parton. I think I know a Dolly Parton song, but I cannot like produce one right at this moment.
All right.
It's not as nicer to use for the same stuff. No, but it's for different stuff. Java can overcomplicate things a lot, especially using like things like enterprise factory, factory implementer, factory pattern, factory. You had less things to hate. That's probably because there were less things there. 9 to 5, make a living.
This is a nice
9 to 5. Yeah, I think Working 9 to 5 was one of her songs. Yeah, we're definitely on the same track here. 9 to 5. Ooh, I know the song. If I hear it, I know the song, but I actually don't even have a thing to hate about C. You love assembler then. There's even less to worry about. Wow, a donation is $33. It's our $170. Oh. Yes, I think. I have no idea. It's $33 though in US currency. Like there are no country specific, country singer specific currencies or anything. It's a single price. It's the best I could do. Like for Java, I can just list stuff I hate. Okay, let's not go there. Let's keep it positive. Working 9 to 5. I think I know the song. I don't know the lyrics and I don't know the melody, but I know the song.
sweet haul. They never saw it coming.
Yeah, both languages have their idiosyncrasies. I don't agree. In PHP, having the $sign to denote variables, it works pretty well. Especially when escaping things in strings or something. That works pretty well for... Like, I wrote a lot of PHP in my lifetime, for Angeldust as well. I don't mind it too much. Like, you get used to it. Firefly, I'll make a donation when I start working.
Let's make this.
Okay. The location of the $sign is horrible on the keyboard, not the idea of using it. Okay. I don't find it especially horrible, like Shift 4 on my keyboard. It's not the worst. To each their own, I guess. Like in C, you often have to use the ampersand. I think the ampersand for like taking the address of a variable, I think that's even weirder. It's even harder to type. I think I mistype my ampersands more of the time than I do my $signs. Yes, that's what I meant. So in C, you have that, which is pretty horrible. Also for references. The pointer, like the star sign, the star, is pretty horrible. Either you take off your right hand and use the numeric keypad, or you have to do Shift 8 on my keyboard. It's also not great. So there's something to be said that the $sign is actually easier to type than either of those pointer things in the C or C++. The star is pretty nice, I don't mind the star, okay? Well, that's just your opinion, man. Dolly Parton. Pointer. Dolly Pointer sister. Yeah, so at most 10 more minutes of hunting. Like, I can't keep doing this. It's getting hot in here. Oh, you have a very weird keyboard. I guess you have a different keyboard layout, yeah. It sounds horrible. Kill the Wheeler, come on, let's go. Oh, you have all kinds of crazy characters. It's like the Bad ID Circus came to town and gave you a keyboard. You got a keyboard from the Bad ID souvenir shop.
How may I be of service?
Yeah, don't worry about it. Better you spamming the chat than nobody spamming at all. Like everyone left basically. So don't worry about it. But just keep on going, like 10 more minutes, tops. 10 more minutes of hunting, tops. Then memes plus interactive segment. I'll tell you what, when it becomes daytime, we'll do the interactive segment, because we need to be in-game for that. It would have... Now, well, last week when you weren't there, Obi, we had lots of other people filling in the chat box, so that was pretty good. It was better than expected. I thought, like, hey, if Obi's not there, things are gonna look dead, but they didn't look dead. Yeah, Obi is overpowered, the rest just AFKs. Also, Hum is not here, true. And Fatih is not here because they're sleepy. Everyone is there, and Angelio is probably in the shower. We have Aquila joining us, and earlier we had that other person with us. Vara is here. And Max, that boy, joining us. Pasht is here. Hi all. Angelio is still here. Rongo Bongo. So why aren't you saying anything, Angelio? Anyway, what's up? How's your life? Is it already your summer vacation for school? Or do you still need to hand in assignments or stuff? We're going to the west. I'm stealing coins so that Obi cannot steal them, so don't hate me. Hate the players. Angelio, you're basically not here if you don't talk, not gonna lie. What? You don't exist unless there's text that proves otherwise. There's something to be said for that. Just enjoying vacation. That's a good thing. 9 to 5. Dolly party. Yeah, he got the gold before me. Report, mass ban, mass ban. When you say vacation, do you mean holiday? Frog or toad? Toad. I'm back. Welcome back, Marijn. Did you enjoy your dinner? Goed gegeten? I'm still here. The lights are still on. It's still hot. But hey, I'll take the heat for all of you. Keeping it cool while bringing the heat. See you, Skyrim. Have a nice weekend. Zeker. Minder warm hier zo. Ja, het begint hier ook enigszins af te koelen. So it's getting like a tiny bit cooler here. It's just... It's not much, but you can definitely feel it. Either that or the water is heating up still. I hope my floor doesn't start leaking. It would be bad, okay?
Let's do some hunting.
But anything for all of you. You might chat, might not chat, but I'm here. After you do the horrible thing. And also on Monday you still have to do the second, like retake the exam, don't you, Obi? Aletisa, that's the name, Aletisa. And then the final again. I have a swimming pool at home. Check out the big brains on bread. If you can't take the heat, stay out of the attic.
What a blessed find.
Art is a good word, I agree, Crunchy. Final is not a problem. Well, I have a swimming pool too. Well, I have my tub. And I have my my pond, my fish pond. Bruh.
I hope no one got hurt badly.
Keeping it cool while bringing the heat. Hey, anybody home? I do hear some drakelings, but those might be the drakelings that players are flying on. So it might not be a real, naturally occurring drakeling. But here are some trappers, let's get them. They won't even fight back. Easy prey. Easy cash money.
Let's get going, shall we?
So Loki has got this pretty well-known disease. It's called the Gilles de la Tourette's. I will be right back now before the interact. He not only protect, he'll be back before the interact. There we go. My 19-year-old Black died from old age last weekend. It was so sad. You're black what? Does black mean like a horse? Or a dog? Was it a cat? Was it a paprika? Like, I hope it was not a kid or like a young adult. A cat. Ah, I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry for your loss. Losing a cat is pretty sad. It's sort of like a family member losing a family member. That's not what you want. It's just the worst. Banana Rind, what are you doing, bro? You just ripped. Rip in peace. Pipsoid? What's a pipsoid? What are you doing? I will help you. And I will not steal your coins. We've got Devmira for that. Well, again, sorry for your loss, Myrtle. Losing a cat, that's just too sad. Angelio uses the pool every day, like even 4 days before my final exam. I'm not going to say that word out loud because then Obi is going to laugh at me. And Loki says, I'm sorry for your loss. Yes, Crunch, Jazzy Pants is buried in the backyard. At least they're still with you. Sort of. Now I've known a few people who lost their pets. And it's just the worst. Well, the worst, of course, losing a family member is even worse. But losing a pet is also a pretty emotional thing. Also, hugs from Dragon Lady Myth, Myrtle Lee, over on Twitch. Dragon Lady Myth says, hugs for the person who lost the cat. I know how that feels. So, here we are. Everyone's supporting you, so... Even though we're all internet friends, maybe you can still find at least some heartwarming thing from this. Aww. Crunchy is in tears. Partly because of the onions, partly because of the cat story. I stole all of the coins. I got all of them. 49 coins. Loki, I'm not even mad. I just stole all of the coins. You stole all of the coins, but I'm stealing them back. I just steal them back. Sorry, bro.
Looking for this.
37 rye? Okay. We're going to the west. It's this way. Follow me. 2 more minutes. Let's see if we can find an end boss of sorts. Maybe a troll is the best we can hope for. At least we'll touch level 42. We're going to do that at least.
Time for some target practice.
Time for some target practice. There we go. It's a snake. Oh my god, it's a snake. Also, I'm not on live chat, so maybe Niels has been chatting with us all the time and we just missed their messages. Here we go. I'm on live chat now.
That was easy. This is a nice
Max, that boy, has left.
dodge my attack.
You hate to see it.
Looks like that hurts.
Ting 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 boom boom boom.
Who's next?
Nobody want these coins? I'll take them. Before Loki gets their hands on them. Dragon Lady Myth adds, my cat died a few years ago and every time someone says their pet died I feel both sad for not having her around, but also joy for all the nice times I had with her. Yeah, that's a very nice way to say this, or a very nice way to sort of like see both sides of that event. I think it was William Shakespeare, that famous Australian writer, who said like, don't be sad that it's over, but be glad that it was at all. Which of course are not very comforting words when you've just lost a relative or a close pet, or a pet that you spend a lot of time with. But there's some sense of truth in it, like try to remember and enjoy the moments that you had. And that's the reason why you're sad, because it was so good and then it ended.
Really should get going.
Obi here with the same with the same idea.
I am the king of
Anyway, Obi, welcome back. We're about to start the interactive segment. Let's see if we can find a end boss on the savannah. We should be able to find one. Here we are. Mammoths and bosses. Mammoths and bosses. Let's go. Tag them and bag them, and as long as we can train or find creatures, we're going to kill them. That's what we do here, baby. If it's your first loss, it's even worse. Obi adds. Yo, Niels, I just switched to live chat so that I could receive your messages. Welcome, boy. Are you typing straight from jail or are you outside of jail this week? Like, I never can keep track, or I can never sort of like predict where you are. Either way, welcome to the stream. Keep it cool. It's pretty hot. Ghetto barbecue. There you go. Niels, ik heb een tijltje koud water om mijn voeten in te doen. Het is echt warm hier, niet normaal. En ik heb geen airconditioning. Obi adds, and I hope this is a true story, because otherwise we're getting trolled pretty hard. Like, KSI lost his hamster, and it was... Who's KSI? Beals N, but who's KSI? Like, KSI lost his hamster and it was his first loss, and then I saw the video of the funeral, big violation considering how much he cared. What? Who's KSI and why should I care? She was euthanized at the vet because she was suffering. That's... I'm not going to say it's a nice way to go, but at least she isn't suffering anymore. But still, it's not like there's...
Let's see how they handle my blade.
It's still not fun to let go. It's not fun to let go. KSI is a UK YouTuber. I have no idea who this is or what this is or why I should even care. But I'm sorry for that loss then. He had a hamster. I've got 12 fish.
That was easy. How may I be of service? Time for some random violence.
Sickle is joining us. He or they are from the sickle cell. How's the water doing? So, either the entire floor is wet, so that's one of the options. Either the entire floor is wet, or the sun angle is just not optimal for seeing water on the floor, or there is not much water on the floor.
This will be easy.
The fish are in my pond, yes. I also have fish sticks, which is a bit like double as well, because, or mixed, because on one hand I'm trying to keep 12 fish alive in my pond, and on the other hand I've got 12 frozen fish sticks in my freezer, so, like, explain the logic in that.
Let's do this.
Crunchy is calling on a friend to say, let's say a prayer for all dead pets. Here we go. I don't think you even need to be parasocially invested like me to get the video. Okay, so as for now, like, I've lived all of these years without seeing that video, without even knowing who it is. I think I'll manage without seeing the video. I think I can do it. Wanna take me up on that bet? Like, I don't think it's something that I will greatly enjoy, but like, I did watch that video of that one guy that you knew, or the video that you knew with the ostrich, which was pretty fun. But it just doesn't sound like something that I would like greatly enjoy or something. Maybe I'm just not good with pets. I am good with pets, but maybe I just, like, I have never had a pet, so maybe I'm just not feeling it. Okay, sir. Wacky Jackie 13 is here. He's like, hee hee. Or does it not stand for Michael Jackson? You watched it like 4 times? Okay, whoa. So, true story. True story. So, like when I was younger, I went to the record store and I bought a CD. And it's not going to be like CDs, no, absolutely not. So I went to buy the CD and there was this like sort of like a little bit weird looking dude near the counter who was like paying for their CD or whatever they bought. And I think it was a CD by the Pixies, you know, like Where Is My Mind from Fight Club. So the guy behind the counter says like, hey, that's the CD Pixies, like from the movie Fight Club. And the guy's like, yeah, it's from the Pixies, it's Fight Club, really good movie. Fight Club, I love that movie. Did I tell you that Fight Club is a really good movie? Like, I watch it every day, every single day I watch Fight Club, it's a good movie. Fight Club is a good movie. I was like, is this a troll, or is this dude like actually serious? He sounded pretty serious. So maybe we'll have to just live with the fact that there's a dude in the Netherlands who watches Fight Club every day, every single day. Every day I'm shuffling. Yes, sometimes I consume reaction content. Hey man, don't knock it till you tried it. I'm not hating on you. It couldn't be you. It couldn't be me. Couldn't be right behind you. You never watched Fight Club. It's a good movie. This was the self-writing meme, sort of. But I thought Fight Club was a pretty fun movie to watch. Well, fun might not be the appropriate word, but you get what I'm saying, right? Know what I'm saying?
No time to waste. Let's go.
Bureau Vestnik is here. And you know that Bureau Vestnik is not messing around here. I will have to watch it. It's a movie with that famous actor.
There's monsters to kill.
And the other actor is in there too, so that's pretty cool. I once drove over a snake and it lived.
Sweet haul.
I know someone who got an apple from a snake and lived. Reaction content, right? I think I know when it works. What? They don't think it be like it is, but it do. What? Huh? It's good to watch when you're either parasocially invested in the person reacting or invested in the thing they're reacting to. Okay? You stepped on snack. Yeah, don't tread on me, bro. Because I'd like watch Sideman or Markiplier react to anything. Yeah, what? Who are those people? But never someone I've never seen. You've watched me react to videos. Are you so parasocially invested in me, or what? Are you familiar with rhetorical questions? Boom. Feel the sting.
By your command.
Do you guys remember when we used to...
Okay, remember that I said we'd stop the hunt 10 minutes ago? It's still going. I saw these kinds of pheasants next to the road, like it was one of these, and that they had cute, small baby pheasants with them. True story. Cool story, bro.
Easy.
So, do you know when your hands like are in the water for a long time, they become all wrinkly, sort of? I think that's happening with my toes at the moment. My feet are feeling all wrinkly, like for being in the water for 1.5 hours. Crunchy says, no. I drove my car and a snake got in the way and squish. But it stayed alive somehow. Okay, so if you know this, I think Spaces Green might be able to educate us on this. I think some sort of reptilians are able to actually detach their tails. I think a rainworm is also, like, will live on if you cut it in half or something.
Sense of evil here.
Loki says, I don't mind, just mean more coins. So maybe a snake is like that. Maybe a snake can just lose half of its body, shed it, and then just move on. I have no idea. If you watch someone random react to something you'd never even consider watching, you probably wouldn't enjoy it. Yeah, that's probably my reaction to all of these reactions. Beavis and Butthead was the first reaction channel. Firefly got the frog dose. Oh wait, I don't understand Firefly. Maybe you should show us how it looks. Starfish can regenerate like 80% of its body. Okay.
I hope no one got hurt badly.
There was a story I was going to tell you. Oh yeah, so I was at the sports tournament, right? And it was not a tennis tournament, so it was a different sport than tennis. I was at the sports tournament. And then I was walking past because I was trying to look up some friends and try to meet them and talk to them before they were starting their match. And then there was this dude on the sidelines, and they said like, hey. And I was like, I vaguely remember who this is. I like vaguely remember who this is, but I have no clue who it is. You can get in this situation, right? There's someone saying like, hey, and they sort of like pretend, or they radiate, or they sort of signal that they know you in the way that they say hi, or in the way that they sort of like try to strike up a conversation. I was like, yeah, they look sort of familiar, but who are they? Like, where do I know them from? Get this, you know this, right? Lol. And then you smashed face first into a pole? No. If you cut off a snake's legs, it will survive. I will survive for as long as I know how to snake. Yes, we get it. Okay, great. So I was talking to like the friends that I was initially going to see, and they had to start their match. So I was like, okay. I went over back to that dude, and I was like, yo, where do I know you from? Like sort of like keeping up the sort of like idea that I recognized them, and they were like, yeah, from then and then. I was like, oh, now I remember. I actually did remember who they were. I did call them by the wrong name, but there was not a problem because they were like together and like whatever. They said like, no, I'm the other one. I said, okay. So it was not Beavis, but it was Butthead. So I said like the wrong name. These things can happen, right? I was like, but anyway, so they said like, yeah, I instantly recognized you because you have like this very unique appearance and this very unique smile. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna take that as a compliment then. What does that even mean? Like, were they calling me ugly? Anyway, we get it. Someone you saw one time and they remembered you, but not you them. Yeah, sort of. I did remember them, sort of vaguely. I did recognize them, but I couldn't like put a name to the face. Not the right name, at least. They called you clapped. That's not good. Yeah, these things happen, I guess. I need to listen to the song soon, okay? Enjoy listening to the song soon. I was like, the only way I'm calling someone unique or special is when they were unique or special. Like, you didn't remember them as in you'd walk past them without a second thought. Sort of. Like, I vaguely recognized they were also wearing sunglasses, so like it's no fault of mine. It's a good word. Dude is a good word. I concur. Okay, let's clean up the tripods here on aisle 4 and then we'll call it quits. Yeah, so we don't have the CACW emotes here.
Soon I will become the sword saint.
Easy ET noob. GG or no re. For some people, Obi, I'd answer whatever you can get, right? Whatever you can get, doesn't matter. Sometimes you'd say like not too, not over. Don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. I don't think that's too good. Don't overdo it. Don't underdo it either. What kind of situation, what kind of like line of reasoning did I get myself into now? Like, we're not talking about goth girls versus girls on the treadmill, right? Adit says, follow me. Okay. I can dig it. Like I said, like, to each their own, of course, but there's a bit of a balance. Like, it's not bigger is always better. Anyway, we've got this Nimbus over here. Let's keep it alive. 5 alive. And boss, Lightning Nimbus. Lightning Nimbus. We got the Rider Lightning. Yeah. We've got a lot of scouts with us, so we can do this. Ultimately, it all comes down to like how well you mesh with the person. I mean, It may sound weird, but personality goes a long way. It is one boss. You're already dead, Zegas. It's only one boss. I'm pleading the fifth. Okay, that's one down. One to go. Will you do me a favor, Crunchy asks, and listen to the 9 to 5 song after the stream? I will. But I will not do it on the stream because the YouTube moderators are all here 9 to 5 and they will flag my video, crucify me. Even just for being alive, and I don't need that. I don't need that. I understand. I will put Dolly Part on.
I knew we could do it.
Okay, I think that's it. Thanks, Hanks. Thanks for the hunt. I now have a very interactive portion on the stream. Go there. I will be in the game still, but on D&D. Thanks for playing. Have a nice weekend. See you on the stream or next week on Angeldust Live. Let's go. Okay, I will put my telecharger on Do Not Disturb like this. Boop. So let's say thanks to all of these people. And thank you for playing. Now I need to do something like super secret. So you will be able to hear me, but you will not be able to see me. So I will be teleporting. You all know how it goes. I hope you cannot see me. I hope you cannot see what I'm doing on the live stream. I hope you cannot see what I'm doing. Because I don't want you to see what I'm doing. Also, this new image viewer, I have no idea how I got it, but it's horrible. Please, Microsoft, can you please give me the old version back? You can see it? Okay. Well, then you'll just have to live with the fact that you can see it. Don't worry about it. I think this should work? Question mark? So you can hear, I'm still in the game. I'm still in the game. And Gilu says, we saw! Would you like to play a game? I've hidden a key inside of your game. Get the key. Okay, here we are. Hans is here, and Hans says, I love this place. Everyone's going to teleport towards me. Okay, that's good. That's good. Imagine that he spawns in the money room. No, I didn't send Angelio a mail just yet. Check this out. So my question is, and we'll make it a YouTube poll. We'll make it a YouTube poll. Do you like this build? I'm trying to learn from my past mistakes. And I want to do things differently a bit. So here we go. There's, do you like this build? It's a poll time, so if you want to participate in the poll, go get on YouTube and like check it out. So this is sort of like the starting view. This is sort of like a point where I think you can see a lot of things. So I'm not sure if I can tell you a lot about it. I don't know like anything of the background, but I did visit this earlier today, and I thought it looked pretty nice. So don't look at me, but I thought it was pretty nice, and I thought like, hey, let's show it on the stream and see what people think of it. So it does have sort of a thema feel to it. It's also sort of a mountain in which something is built, but instead of a city, it's more of a village feel, I feel. And Crunchy will vote for anything with cars. I have good news for you, sir. This area meeting, don't open the door. And Hans loves this place. We've got Kelly and Hannah over here. I might not walk over some of these holo scrolls because they might sort of dox the player who built this, and I don't want to do that, which is also why I'm using the goggles. The path could be improved with stairs. Yes, that's one of my main gripes with this. This looks a bit blocky for what we can do. But I do also believe that like this pathway is sort of like a small aspect to the entire build. Like what I liked most about this is that it gives a very nice enclosed, encapsulated feel that we don't have in a lot of other builds. Except for instance, Mount Athema. But I think it's like a bit of a cozier, cozier sort of atmosphere. Very small scale inside of a mountain. But check this out, you can also go inside of this mountain. I think you can, like, there's a bit of a problem with the stones or with the getting in there. But I think this is also pretty cool. I think only, it's sort of like the scale of Paxanima, sort of. It also has like these indoor areas. We've got Corporal Hitman over here. This area is locked. Can't go in there, buddy. I tried, you can't go in there. But here, Crunchy, instead of cars we have got mech warriors, check it out. We've got kernel control. Copy that. Check it out, we've got two, this is like wooden steampunk or something. Which is pretty cool. Must be Brazilian, he says. We've got Archer Sherry over there, and there's I think another archer over in another tower. So check this out. The fence is nice. I enjoy, Obi says. I think these are some of like the big, nice bees. These are the big doors that will open up. Like to, I like this one, this excavator, sort of this excavator machine. This is pretty well done. Check it out. It's got like tire tracks, sort of. But check out the shovel itself. That's really good work. I wish there was a maybe. I will get there. We'll get there, Crunchy. Eventually, you'll have to make a choice based on what you've seen. But we're not done yet. We're not done yet. Very well done. Check it out. There's pistons, like these hydraulic or steam pistons. Like it's got a lot of detail in there. I like it. And then the teeth of the shovel, like that's a very good shape. Of course, it's a bit like it's magnetized. It's magnetically attached. There's also like this part that's been dug away, which I think is pretty nice. Nice detail. Archer Wong. It was the Wong name. That's Archer Wong over there. Corporal Jimmy is over here. Break. Oh, yeah. There's even a hole in the ground. Yeah, that's what I meant. I think we can go inside here. Corporal Jimmy, how are you doing? Did you sleep well? Ay gusta da maravilla, no name says. Ay gusta. Okay, so you can like cast a vote. Dadra is here and Capra. Capra? I like, no name says. It's a bit of an anonymous vote, but you can still participate in the poll, don't worry about it. Oh, there's numbers! Check it out, there's even numbers, I didn't even see this. This is 771, and this is 166. This is 032, I'm not sure if there's a puzzle to this, or rhyme or reason. Oh, we can even get on the wall, check it out. I see another problem, same level as the stair ones, 2 problems now. Check it out. So this is pretty good. This is pretty good for role playing, I think. Like I like the wood punk, the steam wooden punk feel to it. I'm not sure if we can open the door to these boys. Corporal Fright, how are you doing? I don't know. Where the Captain Fright? He's over here. Seriously. Corporal Noise. And boom. Doxed. Did we? Oh yeah, we did. Okay, don't worry about it. We can do all of the hollow scrolls now. Getting the cave, check it out. Colonel named Kevin. Colonel named Leon, there you go. Anyway, okay, I did my best. Sorry, I truly did my best. At least we didn't dox the location just yet. Check it out. I like sort of the windows and the feel to it. There we go. Let's go back to the other part, because there's more to it. Where do we enter the mountain? Over here. So I can show you that you can actually not enter this door next to Corporal Hitman. You can't go inside. This area is locked. If you actually use the wonder thing, or the cinematic mode thing, like this. Check it out, there's actually a room. See, there's someone inside, and this is sort of like the operations room, I think, or the war room. It's pretty nicely decorated. I like it. Captain Nurse inside. Yeah, I had hoped they would be like a different hero. Why can't I go inside? Yeah, you ask the nurse. Anyway, let's go this way. So now we're back in sort of the area where we started. And check out the view. I like this. I like this sort of like... we watched Rob 12's Crater Impact World video, sort of. And we saw Mount Athema. It's sort of a mix between those. It's a mountain, which I feel sort of like a crater has impacted, sort of. So you get this round impact shape. And I think this wonder was built, or this build was built independently of the other things. Independently of the other wonders. To be wonders. But still, it's a very nice feel. I like this, the sort of the round shape. And the sort of like monochromatic, warm colored interior. I like it. Who built it? So it was Gargus. Gargus. And they asked me like, hey, can you take a look? They actually said like, hey, I built a wonder, give me the dragon and the badge right now. And I was like, okay, I read your message. Hello and welcome. Hello, Captain Down. So, I will agree that there's like this stairs work. I'm not sure if I can explain it to them, but I think the stairs could be a bit more refined. But does that really detract from what it is? I think it looks pretty fun. Like, I had a good time discovering all of the nooks and crannies. It's just a different feel compared to some of the other wonders. The fact that you can go through the cave, but it gets more. The snow is player built, yes, it's not natural, as far as I can tell. It's got style, the trees, I like. Yeah. It also uses the bushes, so the new blocks. It's got NPCs, there are like houses that you can go into. We've got Elonaro here. And I like this this design for the... I think this is good. Yeah, I think it is good as well. I like sort of the design of this. It's pretty fun, having the table being slanted a little bit. It's nice, oranges versus white. Yeah, I agree. But here, you have sort of a big tree next to the mountain, and you can actually go inside of the mountain. Check this out. So we might not be able to go inside of the nurse, but we can go inside of the tree. Check it out. And this is like a huge inside thing. And that looks pretty cool. I don't think we've seen many constructions like this before. Okay, you find Cave Quest 2, find the Shinny. Find the face old man. There we go. There's quests, sort of. Builders be like, building amazing wonders, says to Firefly, give me dragon now. Yeah. Are those eyes? Are those eyes? Treasure blocks above the entrance. I don't think these are necessarily eyes or something. Above the entrance. Wait, look up again. Hey, there's a stair. Wait. There are stairs here. Let me climb the stairs first and then we can take another look. Oh, I hadn't even gone here before. I mean, how cool is it? You can just climb everywhere. You can climb on these branches, sort of. Hey, Fire. Hey, Swapna. Halder. Swapna. Can I call you Swapna? Halder? What language do you speak? Treasure blocks here. Oh, yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah, it looks like a creature of sorts. See, it looks sort of like a creature. It's actually eyes. I hadn't seen it. It sort of looks like an E.T. phone home. Hey, Steve. Wait, I might have voted too soon. We need more to compare for even voting. Hey, take your time, take your time. Legit eyes. This sort of looks like a creature with two arms holding the lanterns, and then sort of like the belly is sort of like the entrance or the outrance. Yeah, nice word. So you can go this way. I'm crazy. Hey crazy, I'm Frank. All I want to say to this creature is, what mouth do? E. Hello, do you like my clothes? Do you like my hero? Haha. So here's some sort of interior thing. And it's really cool because now you look outside of these windows and you actually see the snowy cave. I like this sort of construction. Like, I will not tell you like too much about my personal preference. I can only tell you my personal preferences, by the way. But I like this. This is sort of a dead end. I went up there all the way, but there's nothing to do there. Which I don't think is an oversight or something. I think having some like room to do something is pretty cool. Today is International Picnic Day, okay? He also uses different wood types. So here we got another holo scroll. This is the Emily house. This is Emily. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. She actually says it. Okay, Crunchy, thanks for that word. I like it. My painting is over here. So we should be on the lookout above. No eyes here. We've got Mitchell over there because this is go to the roof. And this is, the food is very delicious. Restaurant Michel. Oh, we can... What? Whoa, whoa, whoa. I haven't been here before. Go to the roof, it says. We've got Choki over there. I'm Chucky. Wanna play? Okay, maybe we'll try to do the roofing later on. Oh, we're already somewhere. Could have removed some of the white bleed effect from the snow. Want to do with it? Or the cave goes all around? Yeah, I've no idea. But now we're pretty high up. Check this out. What a lovely view. I'm not going to show the map because it will dox the location. And I want to not dox the location because it's not been protected just yet. We've got Catalin over here and Michel. The food is very delicious. Check this out. I like this as well. This is the shinny. I think this is the shiny stuff, the shinny. International Ants Carrying the Picnic Basket Away Day. That sounds like my jam. This holo scroll is inaccessible, so you cannot actually step on it. It's the biggest troll of the entire build, I think. You can't go on there, but you can go on this one. Look up and you find Shinny. I don't know, is this... Me neither, bro. Me neither, or sister. But it is Shinny. It is Shinny. So we've got Corporal Hansen over here. Bop, pick the top, bop, do you bop. This is the corporal gathering place. There's only one, but you know they gather here around sometime. I think we can go inside of this house. Okay, it's a pretty small house. This is the small house. Not much to see here. But we can still go up. Check this out. I feel this is about the same level as the song 1, 2, 3 level, maybe a tiny bit lower. So here we go. Here we have Tifa. Hello Tifa. Welcome to the restaurant. You want to buy what? Yes. Hello. What do you want to buy? Nova Maravilla? We're just looking around. Plenamente, Creativo. We're just looking around, taking a look. Oh, also this one is also trolly. You can't step on it. Hi Mac. What up my bro? At least I think Mac is a bro. See what thing is shinny. Perhaps Samuntu. But we can still go up a bit more, a layer more, check it out. So we can probably hop over onto that spike over there and get to the top level here. We activate the run mode like this. And then we just shimmy over. Okay. Nice idea. And now we're really close to the shiny. Check it out. Now sabemos. You should have used Scout for parkour. Yes, maybe. So I think we're sort of like near the top of the build here. And as far as I could tell, so I think we sort of visited all of the areas that I had explored, including this one. I didn't know you could go up here, so... Hey, there's also a very nice area over there. See if we can make it. It looks like sort of a dining room. I want to be there. What's this building? It's a good question. We're just taking a look around. I have no, like, advanced knowledge of what this is or what it's supposed to be. Here are the eyes, one more time. 3, 2, 1 for more live streams. Yeah, I 3, 2, 1 all day long. So that's about it. So we can go outside. I think it's daytime still. So it's not huge. Like it's absolutely not one of the biggest builds that I've ever seen. Oh, we can still go up on the mountain and go to that house. That's a part that we haven't seen just yet. It's not super big, like if you take a look at the map, which we won't, you will see that it's not like super many claims or many claimed lands that have been used in this. But overall it does have a lot of layering to it, which adds a lot of surface area and a lot of places that you can visit, even without having many claims. Which is a thing I like. I think with Mount Athema we also saw that you don't need like a super big surface area to be able to make something impressive. Can you walk on the top of the snow ring? Yes, you can. Can we just climb this pole or whatever? You are very dense. Can we just climb it like this? Okay. Bonus points for accessibility. If we can actually make it. I trolled you. It has more height variation than other wonders. Yeah, like you call it, like you compare it to other wonders. I'm not sure if we should compare it to other wonders just yet. But it's, I like it. The layout of this and sort of the cozy feel and the architecture of it feels pretty good. Look, the sunset. Look, the sunset. Oh, you can actually see like the sunset and the shadows from here. Thanks, Frank. The ingredients are ready to pull on the stick. Tomorrow I'll grill. Sounds good, Crunchy. Of course, you have to compare it to other wonders. Why? Nobody talked about wonders. I call this a build that we can take a look at. So it looks like there's one NPC that doesn't spawn. Maybe that's like one of the later additions that didn't work, or it was one of the earlier NPCs that gets despawned because there are too many now. But I do like this. I do like the fact that you can indeed see the sun go down from here. But yeah, so the question is, the person who built this asked me like, hey, can you take a look? And I was like, sure, I can take a look. So I did take a look earlier today. But I wanted to show you on the stream because I was in a way impressed. Well, in a way, I was impressed. I enjoyed my stay here. There were lots of layers and lots of things to explore. Not sure for how long we've been visiting now on the live stream. I think half an hour or so. But I think that's a good playtime, and we've seen a lot of things. But you can role play here. There's a lot of things to do. There's like a nice architecture to the entire thing. Like I was able to get up on the ring, but I'm not sure if I can do it from here. So let's see if we can like jump up from here. I'm not playing the builder hero. I could of course summon a dragon. Let's see if we can get a pearling. So we can go up on the rim. So you can see that this is sort of flattish. This build sort of like this thing sort of stands out above from it. If you open up the claims, you can see that like that mountain is a little bit higher, and there's still some room to navigate, so it's not like it's using the entire height. A lot of players have said like, hey, we need more height to make impressive things, but I think this one really pulls off a great look using the available height of 64 blocks. So Rob, if you're watching this, I know that your Impact World is also on the list to be considered. I still need to visit in person, but I think it will make for a pretty good wonder. Like I don't have super many doubts about that, but this one was sort of like a newcomer, and I was like, okay, what shall we do with this? It's finished. Like art is never finished, only abandoned, and there are things to improve, but I think in its current state, it's definitely, like in my opinion, it's wonder-worthy. It's small, and it does only one thing, but I think it does it really well, like a multi-layered wonder sort of on a small surface area, with inside areas that we haven't seen like much before, like Pexanima has got some inside areas in caves. I think this one pulls it off pretty nicely as well. So in all, I'm pretty convinced, but I wanted to make sure that I'm not like doing something irrational here. So let me know if you think this is not like a nice place to make a wonder. So let's I'll end the poll here. So I'll give you 1 more minute to get your poll votes in if you want to vote. This was sort of the entire build as far as I know, as far as I can see. So this is sort of what you have to judge your thing on. And it's not like, is this nice? But do you think like sort of this is wonder-worthy? Let's go back to my Bronc. What is this statue in the middle with the lava eyes? Oh, I hadn't even seen. Is that a guy holding a thing with a backpack? It might be. Can we get closer? I think it does sort of resemble a person shape. Use the dragon, you dummy. Hey. Like, it is... Like, if this is the front part, like, it does sort of resemble... Or look like sort of Angeldust style of building, where you use, like, the corners instead of, like, an orthogonal direction. And then it does... Then it pretty much looks like a dude sort of holding a flower. How does the build look outside the ditch? What? It's pretty much sort of a mountain. Like here you've got some sort of natural mountain to it. And this is just like a snowy wall. With a bit of like random things mixed in. The man called it a ditch. Loki is clearly choosing the no option. So this is the outside. It looks like a snowy wall, sort of. I mean, this shot is this is a pretty good money shot, I believe. Check it out. This is a pretty good money shot. If there was like a, if it would be in a trailer, like if it would be in like the Wonder trailer on Steam or whatever, this is a pretty cool shot. So seeing like this pop up inside of a mountain, like bada bing, bada boom, 3 seconds, epic music, really cool. Now I like it, but I wanted to see outside of it. There you go. That's what she said. And like this is the other part. So it's inside of the Arctic wastes here. And I actually started in this area, and I was looking at this, and I was like, okay, the construction on this is pretty nice, and I like the woods, I like the warm colors inside of the sort of cold landscape. But my initial reaction was, it's a bit small though, isn't it? Like, we've got the excavator and the bots, and then these 2 barracks and the wall, like, it's all good and well. But it's a bit small, like, this is not going to be a wonder, right? But then I noticed that you could go inside of the mountain. Then I noticed this path, and I was like, okay, let's go and take a look here then. And I was sort of like, okay, it keeps going, it keeps going, and it keeps going, and it keeps going, which is good, good. And then I came here, and I was like, whoa, okay, so finally things are happening. Why didn't we start here? Alexi says it's very Skyrim, I must say. I have no idea. You could tell them to expand it a bit, like Infamous thing. Yeah, no, I think this is it. I think this is it. It's like, as you can see, it's pretty self-contained. There are ends to all of the sides. I don't think it makes much sense to say like expand this. That doesn't really work. You could say like maybe you can improve the stairs or the pavement work here a bit. But is that really that much of a problem? I don't think so. I don't think this is like a deal breaker. Are there oranges in the tree? Sort of. Like here you can see there's at least one sort of block that represents something, orange plaster. And here too, there are some like sort of fruits in there. But anyway, since like people were like majorly questioning my artistic or my wondery judgment, I was like, okay, then tell me how you feel about this. But once you accumulate a bunch of non-deal breakers, it becomes a deal breaker. Sure. I will end the poll, like poll ended. There we go, and let's see what the result was. So we had 13 votes, which is 13 more than 1. I didn't even vote. I don't think I voted. So this is yes, 92%, no, 7%. I phrased it a bit naturally, like, do you like this build? The intention is, of course, like, hey, does this deserve to be a wonder? And I think it's a yes, but I've been getting flack for some of my latest decisions on the wonders. But I think it stands on its own. I think it has got a unique theme to it, and it has a pretty good execution of the idea, which is sort of what I hinted at with the previous like Wonder tier list thing. Like, I like well-intentioned things, even if they might not be perfect. And I do see ways of improving this. Like the most obvious way is to use stair blocks to make these stairs. I think that makes it look a bit more professional or a bit more authentic. But I don't want to steer Wonders too much. Like my recent sort of idea with Wonders is that either it's a wonder or it's not, and I'm not going to like endlessly give tips on how to improve things. I've noticed that that doesn't work. Like either it works, it clicks for me, or it doesn't. I think if Song Swing is a wonder, then this is a wonder. Okay, that's a very non-specific, non-committal way of saying something. But like if you look at it, I think it's a fun new experience for all the people to enjoy. And there's NPCs in there, which the water. Where would it fit in the tier list? See you later, Crunchy. Anyway, I'm not against making this a wonder. I think this is a very nice experience for players of all skill levels and of all like tiers alike. My starting point would not be on the side of the mech warriors. My starting point would be somewhere around here. If you start here, you get like most of the rim loaded in and most of the contents of the rim, and I think that's like the best way to start. Obi says it's a wonder for sure. Okay. Okay. Good. Good. Ruan is not here to vote. Angelio might not be here to vote or to comment. But thanks all then for your... This was the interactive segment. This was sort of what I want to... yeah, if you start here, you get Hans. And who doesn't like Hans? Hans loves this place. Don't you, Hans? I love this place. See? I told you. And it's not about Obi, it's not about Ruan, but it's like, in general, like this makes it a bit more democratic to see like what people think of a build before I say like, hey, I think this could be a wonder. But I think this is a pretty good construction. Like the theme is good. The theme is good. And the theme sort of like justifies a few deal breakers or non-deal breakers. I think it's just very well executed. Like it doesn't have like the best micro details like this pavement. We've seen better pavements and better stairs, of course. And like the foliage might be better, like with maybe bushes mixed in or whatever. But in all, it's a nice concept and it's well executed, and it does give you a feel of being in this place. And I think that's important. It gives you a feeling of being in a distinct, unique place that you haven't seen before. So that's that's sort of my praise for this. So I'll go back to my house and I will re-enable or disable Do Not Disturb like this. And I will sign out of the game. Bada bing, bada boom. Now quit the game. So that was the interactive segment. Angelio is French, so it doesn't matter anyway, okay? It is unique, just like me, my appearance and my smile. Right, so on to the memes then. So this was the hunt and this was the interactive portion that I wanted to show you. Like one image from the memes that I have here is the... like, why is this thing regressed? It's just the worst. So this is a screenshot that I took to remind myself that I wanted to visit this place and show you this place. Sort of like from the top rim of one side of the mountains. I think it looks better when you can actually walk around and see all of the details. But this is it's a pretty good look, and I think I like this sort of mountain village that's also inside of the mountain. Like with Mount Athema, it's just a theme that works pretty well in the game, I believe. Any news on the money room this week? I saw the thread was popping. I don't think we made much progress. Thank you for the stream, Aaron says. It's not done yet. We've got some memes left. One thing that I did see is like Angelio hasn't chimed in, I think. And I'm still looking forward to what Angelio has to say about this. So Soda Meow posted this picture saying like, hey, I got all of the coins out of the money room. And they're absolutely right. There are no coins anywhere. And now I'm like, I don't know what's happening anymore. I have no idea. Yeah, no coins. Yeah, indeed, no coins anywhere. How do I get all this money? Segas asks. So one thing that I think is still a lingering secret. One thing that is still a... Yeah, maybe they forgot the MS Paint, Obi. Remember that the icon, it looked very painted with paint. Like it didn't even have anti-aliasing on it. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to think of this. But one thing that is absent from all of these newer recreations, and I think Angelio might know more about it because it was on their picture. Let's see. Can we find Angelio's picture on the money room? Let's see if we can find it. Alexi, the Hum money room. Fatih. Yeah, Fatih was there. Yeah, this is the one that we want to take a look at. Angelio still hasn't answered for their sins. Because one thing that we never discussed, like maybe Angelio can tell us, what does this thing do? Someone cropped it out of my screenshot, but like it's more sus in Angelio's. See this hammer? There's a second hammer. I'm not sure, like I think someone has picked up on this. There's a second hammer here. And I'd be interested in hearing from Angelio what this hammer does. Hammer, yeah. Fasta, fasta. But what does the hammer do? Well, what does it even do? Can Angelio please tell us? Because they're acting all innocent and you never heard from them again. But what does the hammer do? Tell us, Angelio. You're next. It's a reverse hammer. Okay. Like, I want to see some speculation in this topic about what these items do. What do they do? Because I have no clue. And all rhymes. Anyway, so this was just a picture. If you look up heat wave on a royalty-free image site, you can find this heat wave picture or this desert picture. And I was like, okay, it's getting pretty hot. I think we've had the worst of it. So I think the temperature is going down a little bit now, which is good. But I'm still happy that I have my tub of water. Firefly casually asking. Yeah, I'm just casually asking because people are ripping things and posting things left and right. I see you, I see you. Alexi posted this unique looking image. Can anyone tell me what this is? What it does? Alexi, are you here? Who this? I can see it's a cosplay of the builder, but who this? Like, what's the original? This cartoon, yeah, who this? Courage the Cowardly Dog. But this is not a dog. Google it. Also, the logo is messed up. It's in lowercase. It's his owner, okay? But why is he dressed like the builder then? Courage the Cowardly Dog. There we go. Images. Okay, we see the dog. And then we look for the owner. This is the same, like if you type in a heat wave you get one royalty free image, and if you look up Courage the Cowardly Dog you find this one. Well, it's pretty good, it's pretty good. Use this bag, use this bag. That's his name, right? I think this is a he, right? Use this bag. Is one of the main antagonists alongside cats of the series Courage the Cowardly Dog. Okay, I didn't know this, but I can see the, I can sort of see the similarities between these characters. Like, it's a pretty well done job by you, Alexi. I didn't know, but well done, well done. Also, the hat is perfect. The hat is perfect for the builder. Check it out. Also, you didn't recolor the flap. The flap should have been orange as well. Yeah, the beard is also a nice touch, sure. And then the like the buttons and the sort of the center line here, and the shoes. The shoes might have been recolored as well. But it's in all it's a pretty good job, Alexi. And like knowing this and making the meme, I like it. You're one of the best memers out there. I'm not sure if you can edit it with paint. So let's take the paint bucket and let's first color pick this, and then we paint the flap. See, that's much better. Why does this not work? And don't tell me it's already that color, because it's not. Look at the soys. See, that makes it a bit better. Yeah, it's probably too deep fried to make any impact. Firefly is an artiste. I know I am. And then you can use like the browns. I'm not sure if you can actually... This is all way too hard, but anyway, you could make the shoes sort of like brownish, like the builder has. And maybe you could even make the pants. The pant could be like grayish, sort of. But I'm not sure if you would want to go that far. I mean, that would probably violate the character a little bit. Like you could have his pants like this. See? Good. But it's all good, it's all good. Alexi, great job. I didn't know this cartoon originally. I didn't know who this character was, but you did a great job. Like redesigning them to fit into Angeldust. Okay, so then we had Fatih posting this image, and I like this one, the expression on the scout. I think this was drawn by Fatih. I'm not sure if this is an existing image. It is very well done though, so check out the background. It's actually a background from within the void in the game. And the character itself is drawn very nicely. Alexis says, bruh, it was work of 1 minute, but it's just cursed. Okay. Really cursed. I'm a sign of God. Start running. It's really well done. I like this one. It's really well done. Fatih, you're the meme lord, the meme master, edgiest meme lord, spiciest meme lord ever. But you did well. You did great. I like this piece of art. It's very Angeldusty, yet still it's outside of Angeldust, sort of. It's really well done. You can instantly see that this is the scout. And I'd start running. We looked at this one already. Screenshot of the build that we just took a look at. There's 4 comics by Ken Maike. So this one is Cash Money. This is like the best. I'll read it to you as a bedtime story. You won the lottery. Wow, I got the pet snack. Yay! She's actually watching on a in-game monitor, as you can see, with the in-game pet snack icon. And then we're going to try and like peddle this pet snack to some creatures. So, boom, Scorpion says, sorry, I'm on a diet. And then the crocodile says, I'm on keto. I won't eat-o. And then the snake says, very picky, is it gluten-free? It isn't. And then Trapper comes and says like, I eat heroes like they are snacks. And the scout is like, what? Okay, deep fried. The upside scout looking back on the last panel is really nice. Yeah, that's why I had to go full screen scout. Check it out. What? But this one was Cash Money. This was the best of the 4, I believe at least. That's why you can't tame him, indeed. So here we have a joke in the form of a comic. What goes up but never comes down? Your age. And what comes down but never goes back up? Rain. There you go. It's not much of a joke, it's more of a riddle. So, riddle me this. This joke is horrible. It's because it's not a joke, it's a riddle. I hate it. It's a riddle, bro. Do you even riddle? Riddle me this. Okay, so here's another joke, or a riddle. I have no idea anymore. But Fight Club is a pretty good movie. Rumble. Did you hear that? Monsters are nearby. Oh, now I get it. This rumble is supposed to be the rumble that you hear in the game, like the timpani or whatever the music instrument is called, like the drums, like trrrung. That's the rumble. So monsters are nearby, because that's like the in-game clue that oh, I didn't even get this joke. Monsters are nearby, and then the rumber builder says, that's just my stomach. I have not eaten breakfast. The drums, and Obi says, I hate it. It's so bad. No. Don't worry about it. But this made me question a lot of things. Yeah, I've been misinterpreting misinterpreting these comics quite a lot lately. You're absolutely right. But it made me wonder, like, do these people eat at all? Because all of the plates that are in the game, they're empty. I haven't seen anything that resembles food. Of course, we saw something that resembles oranges, but I would not recommend, like, eating blocks of plaster. That's not what you do in real life. That's not what you want to do in the game. So, lots of big thunk to be had here. Also, I'm going to try and get my feet out of the water, because now it's just, the water is hot, or at least it's warm. And, like, the temperature is dropping already. So I hope this works. Now I have to sit awkwardly for the rest of the stream. Obi says, I will also admit I didn't connect the drums to the rumble. Indeed. And like that's why we stream, right? To improve our shared knowledge. There are cheese blocks. This man, give this man a medal. Give this man a medal. But anyway, I still like it. I still like it. And then we have this one, the fourth one. This is a joke, or a riddle, or a riddle-ish joke. Joke-ish riddle. Why wasn't the butterfly invited to the dance? It was a mothball. Okay, this leans heavily on the English language. A mothball is like... It's got two meanings, right? It's either a ball inside, like a dance ball thing, but like the most common use of mothball is that it's a ball that you hang in your closet where your clothes are hanging, so that moths are not attracted to the closet. Also, I'm sitting really awkwardly here. I think it works. I think it works. Also, I appreciate these backgrounds a lot. Like, where are these even taken? Check it out. There's some sort of church here in the back. And like all of the comics, they are so well done. Like, the attention to detail is insane. Again, like this scout is looking at an actual in-game display. And it's even warped here. And it's even during the actual lottery. Like, what? How do you even do this? Same here. Like, super nice buildings in the background, blurred. So GG, Ken Mikey. Great job. And I think we already saw this picture by Soda Meow. Oh yeah, there we go. This is the dungeon looking thing, money room, whatever. And there's money, but there's no money. So what's up with this? Exceptional comics, just like my face and my laugh. Also, without the water, it's getting really hot now. So whatever. But those were the memes that got sent in this week. I don't think Fatih posted one today. I have no idea what you're talking about. OB, can we open up the pic one more time? I don't think I'm not sure what this is. It looks like blue leaves. Sort of. It's kind of sus, not gonna lie. It is in the forest level 1 though. We've seen forest level 1 on a lot of screenshots. But on this one, you get a lot of these bows. Check it out. You get a lot of these red bows, but you get no yellow bows. I think we saw a yellow bow as well. I wonder what it would do. I think the original hum image had the normal bushes, like old age bushes. I can't seem to find it. It's gone. What? It's gone, the money. Yeah, so I think that's about what I wanted to show you. We did the hunt, the interactive segment. So, like, can we agree, whoever is left watching, can we agree that Gargus's build deserves to be a wonder? Like, we award them the dragon and the badge and be listed on the wonders page? I think it makes sense, because I think it's a pretty good build in the sense that it's unique, it's got a unique environment and feel to it, and it does what it does pretty well. Obi says, aye. Loki says, yeah. I will do it live on the stream then. I will send them a private message telling them that we've decided to accept it. Let's look them up. I hope I'm still friends with them. Hey! We took a look at your build during the live stream, and most people, including me, think it's a great build that should be a wonder. I'll try to add it to the list as soon as possible, and then you'll receive your badge and dragon. Smiley face. Okay, I'm sort of like putting words into all of your mouths, because I'm saying like, okay, we all think it's a great build, but we think it's good enough. And Obi says, I wonder who the person who said no was. I have no idea. Can I look that up? Can I look that up? No, I can't. And it doesn't even matter. Because my vote wasn't even in there. So I think ultimately we had 13 people like it, 1 people dislike it. I think that's good enough. I think that's good. Or was it crunchy? Maybe. He said he voted too early. It could very well have been crunchy. How are the games that will be remastered from Angeldust? Yeah, Crunchy might have voted prematurely. Sure. Wendy Simple asks, how are the games that will be remastered from Angeldust? That's a good question. How much do I want to talk about this at the moment? This is, like, I'm interpreting your question as, like, how is the remaster, the PBR engine remaster going, that I was doing on the secondary sort of game development channel that I have. It's been a bit quiet there because I was focusing on different things in the past few months. But this week it's sort of like come back to the front of my priority queue, sort of to speak. And for weeks already I've had the motivation or the drive to like pick it back up and to start working on it again. I honestly didn't do, I won't say anything, but at least not much on it in the past few weeks or months because I was working on other things. But like, I'm not going to tell you a specific date, but I really do want to pick that work back up. I think like I can, I've been focusing on the money room. Yeah. What I can say is this. I did 4 of those live streams where we sort of like looked at things to add to the engine. A lot of things that we added to the engine are amazing, like the dynamic lighting with the reflections of lights that you place in the world. It adds so much atmosphere to the game. A lot of debugging that we did was absolutely beneficial and essential to the quality of that remaster and to the visual quality of what you're looking at. One thing that I do think that we have to sort of like backtrack on is the way that we were treating the textures. The past few months have given me a lot of time to think about this and to sort of work through issues that I would have like picking this back up. And one of the major blockers that I have is those hand-drawn normal maps. They cost a lot of time. They look pretty good if you're playing at ultra detail level, I will give you that. But they cost a lot of time to make. And my main gripe is that they look too much like Angeldust. I want this remaster to be sort of a new take on the game and sort of like undo some mistakes that we made in the past. And that includes like the texture work. I think if the game looks sort of like exactly like Angeldust, it's not going to be like much better, or it's not going to do much better with the market. Like, let's call it the market, or like people who are not playing the game actively. And Wendy says, take your time to do PBR. I'm pretty excited, waiting for the latest news. What Firefly wants to say is, if someone donates $33 right now, he will reveal more about the remaster on this stream. You could always outsource the normals. I think like one approach that could work, and Alexi was with me on this sort of, is going back to the sort of cruder Pixplant smoothed style. And I know, we did this live stream and we spend a lot of time and effort on comparing these two, and definitely the hand-drawn normals, they are cool. For that style, they work pretty well. But I think they are too close to the actual cartoon style textures. Like, you don't get a lot of additional benefit. It looks better because the lighting information is better, but you can definitely see that it's sort of the same style. And my main gripe is probably that, but these are all things that I actually wanted to say on the other live stream, like on the game dev channel. But my main thing would be to reconsider that, because doing about 300 or 400 of those textures by hand, I'm not looking forward to that. There's no way that that's going to end well, even when outsourcing this. There's probably still a lot of work involved in getting them exactly right. And in the end, you have textures that look exactly like the ones that we have in the game currently. Which is a good thing. I mean, they should look like that. But I think exaggerating sort of the roundedness of these things would give the world a bit of a different style and a bit of a different appeal, which might be beneficial. Because I've heard like people who have problems with the current texture set and the current look of the game say that they don't like the fact that everything is sharp and that the textures are like everywhere. So if we can make it more of a sort of like subtler feel to the materials, while also keeping some sort of like tie to the current textures, I think that's a good idea. I think in some parts the game world should sort of like blend together a bit more, while the realistic lighting effects will accentuate the materials a bit more. So in one hand you want to sort of decrease the attention that textures draw or attract to make the materials and the new material rendering shine, if that makes sense. So less focus on the specific texture detail, more focus on the material feel. And we've already seen that metals and like grass and rock and ice, for instance, like they all have like different aspects or like visual properties now. And I think because the untextured look looked really good, I think the untextured look looked really good. So I don't want to make the textures press too much of a stamp or a brand on what you see in the game world. I think that would be making the same mistake as Angeldust sort of does with overloading you with detail from like 2 centimeters in front of you all the way up until the horizon. Obi says, personally, hand-drawn is prettier. True, I guess. So you're gonna throw out all the hand-drawn normals? Yes. I think that's the idea. And we might keep the displacement maps because we made some very good displacement maps already. But we have to sort of find a balance. I suspect that like using Pixplant more and like not doing hand-drawn normals makes them both accentuate the materials better because you get more rounded shapes instead of like only several facets. I mean, it adds a lot more dimensionality to the texture and it gives us an easier way to sort of like make materials more subtle or less subtle. And there's more in store. There's more in store that I want to change. That's going to look good. Obi says the ice we had in 4.x was nice. Yeah, and that ice was pretty much very rounded, sort of. That was very rounded. It wasn't like hand-drawn in like the facets that we were doing with these updated normal textures. But this is like for the other stream. And like the other thing, like other major thing, I will spoil it right here, right? The other thing that I want to do is to decouple the Angeldust color palette from the remaster. It's going to be a pretty invasive visual change, but I want to kind of like reassign different colors to all of the materials. This sounds a lot more scary than it is, but I want to step away from the 6 color or 6 hue Angeldust palette and sort of take the creative freedom to use more greens, more blues, more oranges, more yellows, and make a more sort of balanced and harmonious result out of that. Of course, existing builds will look a bit different, and like if people start building in a new version, it will look different in the old version. But I think we can pull it off. I think we can pull it off. At first glance, the PBR already looks very interesting, and maybe it will take a lot of time to rework all the texture materials. Great work, Firefly. Can't wait for the latest PBR update. Obi says, when can we expect a new dev stream on the Firefly channel? I'm not going to do a lot of predictions on that. Like I said, I'm getting closer and closer. I've been putting in a lot of hours this week, for instance, behind the scenes of experimenting with this. Of course, that experimentation would have been great content to do live on the stream as well. But it's also very hard content to do. I mean, who's going to be with me for 4 or 5 hours on end while I just try things out, sorry. That's not like the most interactive or fun live stream, but it has to be done. It has to be done. And I think like with some of those changes, like throwing out the color palette and looking at what other games do. For instance, one thing that we have in Angeldust is like cinder blocks. They are gray. Let me open up the game real quickly.
Oh,
Build alone.
Let's go.
If you take a look at this, the wall, for instance, of course, there's like artificial light falling onto it, so the highlights are a bit yellowish. But for instance, these tones, they are like pure gray, with maybe a tiny hint of orange mixed in, but it's just a tiny hint. But all of these tones, gray, 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 and pure gray. There's no color to them, and I think it will give a lot more character to the world and to the game, well, to the game, like to this new game, because it's actually then a new sort of game or remaster thing. It will do its own thing, but like this is all gray, 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 gray. And there might be something to be said to actually start coloring these grays, give a bit more character to each and all of these materials. So for instance, for cinder blocks, I think a lot of games sort of render these either greenish, to sort of denote a bit of moss growing onto them. Some go for purplish, to sort of like give them a more royal or mystical look, and I think we should be open to trying those things. Obi says, I agree with a lot more shades with slight deviations. Coloring them how? Give us an example. Just giving them color. Just like these bricks, these bricks are yellow. Get it? So we make the cinder blocks purple. Easy as that. Easy as that. And then all of a sudden, you get sort of like color combinations and color contrasts. I think purple works really well with greens, for instance. So having this wall be sort of like slightly purplish in shade will make the greens of the grass pop out that much more, and it will make the colors feel more harmonious. Obi says, this sounds insane, not gonna lie. Completely removing grey blocks, yes. Well, they will still be grey-ish. They will still be grey-ish. They will not be like purple. They will not be like this. Like it's not like we're going to replace them with this color. Like it's not going to be purple like this. This is very intense, very saturated purple. It will just be a very subtle hue to it. But it will give a bit more flexibility in like the entire color palette. Trust me, I'm a doctor. Same with the grasses. Let's use the telecharger, for instance, to go to a magical area. Like I want to... Our grass is pretty yellowish, sort of. I want to make the forest feel more lush, so going to a deeper, like a darker and more saturated green, which is also a bit bluer than this, to make it really feel like a more fun forest. Also, I want to amp up the color saturation everywhere to make it more visually attractive to a wider audience, because right now I think compared to other commercial games, Angeldust is very subdued in its color palette, which is an intentional choice. I mean, the heroes do have like very intense colors for their clothes, but I think the world should also have more vibrance to it. Wendy says, maybe you can also take some references to the latest features for PBR and some of them the reviews on Steam, because there are a lot of inputs built there rather than reviews on Android iOS. Purple bricks sound crazy, more saturation sounds good. So I already did an experiment with the engine. Like the engine doesn't accept any other colors than the ones that are in the palette, so I can say green, blue, and whatever. Like check this out. For instance, this is green. Like this is a green thing, a green cloth, right? But it's not super saturated green. There are different shades of green, like saturations and values that you can choose. I mean, this door is more saturated and darker than this green. So that's what I'm talking about. Not going like full purple, but giving it a hint of purple. Making the grass a bit bluer. Instead of like blue or green, it's just like in between. And I think that will make for a richer building experience as well, because then suddenly you have all kinds of tonalities that you couldn't add before. The green cloth has always been hated because it's such a weird green. What? I like it. I think Angelio used it in Senevoy as well. Your excuse was that if it were greener, it looked like grass. Yeah. And I stand by that. I stand by that. If you don't have different hues, you need to use like different saturations and values. And I think those are spread around pretty well. But for instance, in a magical forest, let's see if we can get there. Okay, so this is supposedly a magical landscape, right? I don't think Angelio used it as a valid defense. Well, it is now. this is supposed to be magical, right? And the colors are still the same as the non-magical materials. So my take on this is that there's a lot of room. For instance, there's a lot of room, color-wise, that we're not using at the moment. And it's an intentional choice. The idea was that Angeldust has got this very recognizable color palette, 6 hues, 7 hues or whatever, and you will instantly know when you're looking at an Angeldust screenshot. And it's a good idea. It's like, I think we made the most of it. But in the end, I think some of the vistas are a bit flat. Like, this is supposedly a super magical terrain, but it still looks like grass, and it still looks like sort of like the same colors that you would see in the natural world. I think with a bit more room in the color hue department, there will be a lot of room to make these things look more impressive. The marble hills are very different, sure. And there you can see the power of the color as well, because the blue marble really sort of defines that biome. And the floating rocks is also a pretty nice touch. But in all, I think there's a lot of like room, or a lot of like room for improvement by starting to experiment more with color, seeing what other games sort of do, like what's a more commercial look. Take for instance, there are a lot of games that where if you enter a magical forest, instead of the grass being a different shade of green, the grass will become more blue, more blue, more blue, more blue, more blue, in and of itself, eventually turning purple, even like a darkish purple, or maybe even a saturated purple. And that gives a much different view compared to like doing a bit darker green. And of course it will mess, well, it will mess with existing builds, but it's going to mess with existing builds anyway, because the lighting model is completely different, the shadows are completely different, like the direction will be the same, and sort of like the shadow effect will be the same, but like all of the shading and all of the, like how things appear are going to be different anyway. So let's just make it a better experience, hopefully. And maybe there will be builds that will look best in Angeldust, and maybe there will be builds that look best in sort of that remaster. But let's take that room. Let's give ourselves the opportunity to make a better game and hopefully make a bigger dent in the market. I mean, check this out. These are the magical grasses. Check it out. Dark Paradise Grass, and this is Paradise Grass. And I know there are different flowers growing on them, but do you really see that much of a difference between the Paradise Grass and this grass? Like, be honest. And like, I made this. I made this. Is there really that much of a difference? I find it pretty hard to tell. Like, of course, there are the trees. The trees are pretty nice, and you don't see them in the other biome. But like, is this grass really that much different? It will look like Angeldust on Angeldust. You're gonna need to wait for new builds to use for the remaster trailers. No, I'm absolutely fine with using the current ones, because here's the thing. People will not know better. Those builds will look like that. Period. There's no difference, and the sands have this issue too. So many times I pick up magical sand. Yeah, so what I can do with the sands, for instance, is because we have these new sort of like material properties to them, I can mix in more glass sort of into the sand thing. So I'm going to quit the game here because I don't want to talk about this with the visuals here. But you see my point, right? And this is something that we should have discussed or should discuss on the other channel. But those are the directions I want to take it. For instance, you can make the sand look different as well by mixing in more metals or mixing in more like silicium, which is usually in sand. And then you get this different kind of gloss on it. So there's a bit more room to start experimenting with different materials there. Mix in more rock, like the rock from the area. Same. Soda, same. Soda, meow. Anyway, those are ideas that I'm playing around with. There's other things that I still want to change a lot, like the user interface and stuff like that, but that will follow. Let's first get the game world and like the integration between the game world and the characters to look really good, and then we can build on that. I think we have so much to win, and I think it will sort of alleviate all of the problems that people have had with the game from the start. And that will give us another opportunity to say like, okay, not forget Angeldust. Angeldust is there, but we now have another game that plays in the same world, and you can just like interoperate or interact with each other in these worlds, and hopefully people will be playing Angeldust still, because it's a good game and it runs everywhere. Mix in more rock, like the rock from the area, like bluish sand from the marble hills. Like we can't really do much regarding the composition. There will always be like the biomes need to be compatible. Block-wise, we can't really do much. The games must be block-wise compatible. But we can sort of like approach the visuals in a different style. We could maybe go for a larger grained sort of like color thing. So where it's already sort of in the game, where grass sometimes is more saturated and darker, and sometimes it's lighter. Some of the stones, the marbles, have sort of this like macro effect in there. So maybe we can make a better macro effect, where you have sort of like, if you use a lot of the same block in an area, the color will slightly change like over larger periods. So you will, for instance, take a velvety material, I'm just saying something here, and it might have sort of a blue base shade, but there might be some sort of like purple sheen throughout it if you make a larger area of it. And you will see this in the rocks and in the marbles already, but maybe we can make it look a bit better. It's like 4.x people come from a different planet, so they have different eyes and see differently. Oh, you mean like random shade variations in the same block type? Yes, marble has it already and it's pretty good, I enjoy. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. But you get some sort of weird repetition effect in there, and it's also very subtle. But maybe we can sort of like, for the magical materials, have something that's blue with red mixed in there. Like you have a blue base material, but there are sort of like red veins in there, or there's this like red gradient. Just spitballing here, like it's magical. It's magical. We don't have to stick to the rules, and of course it will look weird, or it will make existing builds look a bit different. But that doesn't mean that it's bad. That doesn't mean it's a bad thing. OB enjoys. There you go. Anyway, so much for this. It's a 3-hour stream almost, and I need to get my water out of here. I need to make sure it doesn't get on the floor on the computer. And maybe an area where the magical grass is added to something that glows. That's also something, like with the new shader effects. Maybe I can finally make, and this was an idea that we had in early test versions, Ask Space, where indeed you could have a magical glow or a pulsating light to like certain blocks. That would be super spiffy and super nice. And it might be like one of the weak points that we currently have, like the symbionts and the crystals. The symbionts mostly, they have this like puffy effect to them. But how cool would it be if you sort of saw this sort of like organic glow effect inside of there? That would be nice. Time to play the trailer. Which trailer? Anyway, that's that. So with that, when I'm starting streaming again on the second channel, I will also make the videos public, so hopefully we attract more people. So if you go to channels here, click on Firefly. If you go to playlists, you can already see sort of the older videos. I'm not sure if I will be keeping up with this, but it's pretty fun. Opacity would be cool. Not sure if I'm ready for that just yet, but it could be a feature. At night, in the magical area, it feels more magical than during the day. Yes. I agree. And we sort of need to find a way to make the daytime feel special as well, just because the fact that you're there. And I think there's some cool effects that we could do, like maybe a velvet shader, or we'll see. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We have 300 textures to do. We have a lot of balancing to do in the color department, but it's good. Opacity should be high on the list, not gonna lie. Well, that's just like your opinion, man. I'm pretty happy with what we have currently. And you might not be, but it's all good. It's all good. Thanks for watching. Thanks for playing. Have a nice weekend and have a nice Sunday. For me, it's still Saturday, but have a nice Sunday in advance. I will be taking a cold shower after this because it's insane that I actually streamed for 3 hours, but things are cooling down now. It's pretty good. Hope you enjoyed the stream. It was a bit of a regular stream mixed in with an interactive segment that we haven't done before. Maybe we'll approach these wonders like this in the future. I say like, hey, I got a request, let's take a look, and maybe like the Wonder Builder themselves could get hints or tips from like the community, because I think sometimes we agree on these things. It also prevents me from making huge mistakes. On the other hand, I think I have a final say in things, so that's like deal with it. Loki adds, nice stream, happy to be here. Hope that you have all of you have a good day or night, and bye. See you next weekend. Wendy Symbol says, thanks for answering my question. You're welcome. The Wonder segment was nice. There you go. It also prevents surprises. OBS got some more ideas like colored lighting and stuff. Maybe, we'll see. But this was it for me for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Next week we'll have another live stream, if I'm not mistaken. Next week is... I will try my best next week. Maybe it will be on Friday. It's complicated. It might be on Friday. We'll see. You'll see the YouTube thing appear. Best of luck tomorrow, Obi, on your thing. And Sodomia says, enjoy your weekend, stay cool. I will try my best. My feet are drying up, which is good. And I will try to clean off the water off of the plastic mat, and hopefully everything will be a-okay. So thanks for watching, thanks for playing. Hope to see you again next week. Have a nice weekend, and yeah, that's mostly it. I'm going to turn off the lights and enjoy my my cold shower now. Thank you very much. I will say this. Peace out. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Oh wait. Get back here. Get back. Here we are. Get back. Stay here. Spaces Green is posting a link, but that's not the important thing. The important thing is that I show you this. Check this out. Not sure if anyone is still left here. Sorry, Space. I actually forgot. But check this out. Go to spacesgreen.com. All of the viewers are now gone. Hey, Space, I did my best. Oh, some are even coming back, which is a good thing. Hey, go to Spaces Green, check out what Spaces added to their website. There's now a photos section, and this is a section with infrared photos. For those of you who are not familiar with infrared photography, it's where you put an infrared filter in front of your camera. It filters out all of the visible light and sort of only lets the infrared light through. It's sort of a black and white recording that you get. You need a high exposure time because it blocks like all of the usual light and all of the usable light sort of. But you can get some pretty great shots because foliage and bricks and like different materials have different reflections of infrared light. So you get a sort of weird looking black and white image out of this. And if you combine it with a bit of false coloring, which is like post-production work, you can get some magical results. And this is what Spaces Green was able to do. So check it out. So these are some great shots, great shots by Space. I think like the coloring does a lot of wonders for the atmosphere and for the feel of these pictures as well. But it's also just compositionally, I enjoy this work. So here you can see foliage, so trees and leaves and grass. It will become much lighter than you're used to because it reflects a lot of infrared light. And with the false coloring, again, you can get these very nice tonalities in there that you'd otherwise not have. And I think these are great shots, like they're city shots. This is like one of the more famous bridges, I think, in that city. And it all looks so good. So this is just a shout out to Space. Sorry that I forgot and sorry that I sort of like closed the stream. I think Loki is gone, but tell Loki to watch this later on, or maybe we can like remember people to pay a visit next week. But in all, these are pretty good shots. This sort of looks, I think, a little bit like Eastern Europe-ish, with these apartment blocks. That's how it's done. but take your time. These images are on spacesgreen.com under photos, and you can just enjoy all of them. And because of the long shutter speed, because the shutter is open for a quite long time, you see that the water sort of becomes this abstract blur, like a mirror of sorts, where all of the individual waves are just like not visible anymore. This is also very nice. With the sort of the pink false color effect, this sort of feels like a sakura tree. I'm not sure if a infrared filter also has got this polarizing effect to make these like clouds become very high contrast. Here, this is a Dutch windmill, so forget about the Breakfast of Champions. This is a Dutch windmill. So very good work, very good work. The Lazy King. This is also a nice... This would have been a great shot without the infrared effect, but it just adds a bit of a magical touch. So what's not to like? What's not to like? This is all super cool stuff. Like, this looks very desolate and very, like, weird in a way. Are these new space? Are these new? I'm not sure if I saw all of these before. I think that was all of them. So definitely pay a visit to space and watch the and look at the photos. So with that out of the way, once more, thanks for watching, thanks for playing. Tell everyone to take a look at Space's photos, and we'll see each other again next week. Maybe on Friday, maybe on Saturday, I don't know. It will not be on Sunday, because on Sunday I will be away. But we'll see what happens. Again, have a nice weekend, thanks for watching, thanks for playing. Peace out, see you later. And this was the actual end, so that's it. Free ASMR. I will end the stream on YouTube now. See you later.